So I brought 2 of the large boxes and just devoured them to myself.
Do they not have them as like a takeaway thing in down where you are?
I like mine fresh.
Well, either way,
Yeah.
hello everybody and welcome back to Crabby D&D. It's been like, what, 2 months? Nah, it's
2.5 years.
2.5 years? Yeah, that sounds more okay. And the world of D&D is on fire. Man, we left on a good note and came back on a low note.
I mean, to be fair, that fire seems to be like they're trying to hastily put out the fire that they caused. Whether it's working or not is the question. But
No.
they're certainly trying.
It's not. It's not working.
They got
Yeah.
into the chemical cupboard to try and put it out.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a story. That's a conversation for another day on what's going to happen there. So, I don't think there's any announcements to really say. So, do you want to get straight into it?
Charge.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's what I'd love to hear. So,
Oh, actually, no. A quick trigger warning to all arachnophobics out there. Run. Run far, run fast.
I don't ever
But don't
tell
worry,
them that. There's no
Romulus
point.
Speaking
kill
of
them.
which, I think we need to wish somebody something.
No, not yet.
No?
Welcome
Okay.
back. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? I hope you've all enjoyed your holiday and the fires that are currently going on, because we're getting back into this. But first I think we need to begin with a badly sung track of Happy Birthday for one resident Centaur, Jamie. On a 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jamie. Happy birthday to you.
We're in because of lag.
So out of sync,
And
it's
you are
wonderful.
safe from being eaten.
It's just as bad as I imagined it, and it was beautiful. I loved it.
Eaten by the spider.
Anyway,
And you're turned into
Thank you.
fertilizer.
back
You
to
will
business.
be consumed. And forever entombed.
Yay!
We got no candles for you to blow out. We just got a load of cobwebs for you to blow.
Yeah, it's
I'll
fine.
blow on my tea.
Back
There
to
you go.
business. Last time, our yet-to-be-named party of adventurers, Cat, Damian, Kay, Romulus and Vinny, made their way into a Jade mine under the request and appraisal of their capabilities by the Pioneers Guild. Having gone there and turned back due to some complicated information, they have again returned and sought to go in peacefully and acquire what they needed. This was going well until things didn't, and some of the party members were killing the baby spiderlings. You monsters, Cat. Now, with combat freshly over and a well-deserved break for those at my table, we now continue from where we left off. Standing with the corpses of spiders splattered or unconscious around you, you each gather yourselves and wipe whatever viscera or webbing may be covering you. Now, with the air eerily still and a few of the eggs no longer pulsing while you stand still, what would you all like to do?
I mean, I guess we're a year in. Should we decide on a name for us, or while we're just stood here?
Yeah, I mean, bang in the middle of a dungeon. This is a perfect
Yeah,
place
why
to
not?
try and decide this.
Okay. I vote for the Rat Smashers, personally.
Why?
I vote for Vinny, Kay, and the servants.
Oh god.
Oh dear me. Oh dear me.
How about the Horny Squad plus extras?
Oh, I'm game for that. The horny squad, yes please.
What? That works.
Yeah.
Can I give myself horns?
Can I put forward horned and dangerous?
Oh.
Hey.
But are we
Horned and
dangerous to
dangerous.
ourselves?
Yes.
Yes.
Is the answer there.
Horned and self-dangerous.
So we've got. Oh.
So, You are all currently standing around. There are currently a bunch of unconscious spiders behind you, Cat. All of them have just been piled into the corner.
You touch them and I will murder you. I don't plan to touch them. But I am going to get some cloth or one of the bandages out my bag, and I'm going to harvest 2 eggs.
You're going to harvest 2 eggs.
Well, here comes combat again.
Okay, make me a survival check, if you please.
Well,
Survival, that.
right, guys, it's a new year. How's this gonna go? No clue.
It's a new
It's
year
gonna go
rolls.
as bad as I expected it.
11. Pretty average.
And Cat?
I got a 3. No, 4.
Okay.
Say 11. In
No, I've got
reality,
you.
that is 14.
As the 2 of you begin to try and pry some eggs off of this, Romulus, you find it easy to grab the eggs, but not squish them is far, far harder. You fail the survival check and take 1 point of poison damage as a result. Cat,
Did I
on
use
the
my
other
inspiration to re-roll that?
hand, you would have had to have done it before the result, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Whereas Cat,
Have I not got my result yet? Because you haven't told me.
you would have had to...
Well.
I forgot inspiration was a thing.
Do you want to?
Yes.
I'll say, given that you've technically rolled and I've started saying the results...
I
If-
will
if
let
you-
it be
if-
your discretion.
how about this? I'll let you use the inspiration, but if you fail, I will double the damage it will deal to you.
2023. Is this going to be the year of
Earth in negotiation.
taking the chance? I have a +1.
Oh, I mean, it can't get any worse than a -4.
Yeah,
in
you know,
that
sod
case.
it. Yeah, fine.
Okay, go ahead.
This is rolling a d20.
No, there you. No, it's a 7. Sorry.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Double
You,
damage it is.
using the cloth to try and help, you wrap the cloth around and you begin to pick up one of the eggs as it begins to almost slide off to one side. As you do, you instinctively reach out a hand to catch it, and as you do, the egg hits your hand, hatches, and then the spider grabs and bites onto your hand. I'd like you to make me a dexterity save, or not a dexterity, constitution saving throw, please.
On save. Oh. Okay, I don't like that dice. That dice are very horrible for this year. Yeah, okay, right. I see how this year's going. Okay. It's a 4.
A 4. Okay. You take 2 points of piercing damage and 2 points of poison damage. As you failed, I'm going to double that to 4 points of poison damage. As the egg splats onto your hand, hatches, bites on, and as you instinctively fling your hand to one side, the spiderling is hits against the wall and dies instantly, let's be honest. But you still feel the burn of that kind of new acidic feeling across your skin.
Could you please add this to the crimes of cat list?
Murdered spider.
Murdered spiderling, which
Murdered baby spider.
Are we not including this in with the mass genocide of spiders that's been occurring for the rest of this? I can add another crime on here, but
It's genocide +1 now.
okay.
Okay,
So
I
we are currently
actually,
at 6 crimes of cat.
I mean, I've been noting them down, but yeah, you are right. I mean, I'll add killing spider babies +1.
Oh.
You know what? I'm changing mine to 5.5.
possibly it's only half a crime.
I personally want to try, because Kay's seen normal spiders before, but he's never seen these type of spiders before. He would like to do his best to try and harvest whatever he can from these 2 thingies
Okay.
to see if he can get something interesting from them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival check, if you please. This is from the brood tenders.
Do better than me. Survival. That is an 11.
Okay. Okay, looking over it, You get a general sense that they have weaker poison glands than your average spider. And they're also not necessarily as well built to move quickly. It seems that their purpose, where it seems to be related to the spiderlings, seems to more be, in essence, that they are brood tenders. Protectors of the hatchery, and potentially ones that would awaken and nurture spiderlings as and when they are needed to hatch. As you look over its general form, kind of carving it up as you do, you discover that there doesn't seem to be any way for it to necessarily lay eggs. It has a sac that seems to secrete some liquid that you can imagine is similar to the ooze that's on the outside of these sacs, but nothing that's represented as the same as being able to lay the eggs themselves. These are the protectors, not the layers.
Okay, what about the, because Kay's never really seen a spider do it before. What about the head area where it kind of like was spitting stuff?
Spitting stuff? You mean the web?
Yeah, was it just a web, or I thought it was an actual attack.
Hold on. Just checking to see if this is the... I'm looking at the right stat block here. Yeah, they could throw globs of web, but they can't fire. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry. With the globs of web, it creates globs of acid to go with. That's the same as the acid that's around the eggs themselves.
Okay.
So it's the same thing, it's using it offensively as opposed to being something that cleanses the outside of the egg.
Okay, so...
Love me some of that egg juice. That egg cleaning juice.
I mean, those things might hurt, but those sacks, the goop, were intact, right?
How do you mean? The
sacks, you said there were sacks of goop that were kind of similar to the things around the eggs.
Yes, those seem to be the glands that are secreting whatever this ooze or enzyme liquid is. The only thing that
those are intact?
No, those would not be intact of this roll.
Oh.
They were damaged either in the fight or as a part of breaking the spider open.
Well,
Romulus walking on it.
I guess I'll
Possibly.
just try and gather what I can that's edible-ish.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can get enough to make it a main course for something. I love that.
Okay.
Main course.
Going around and you begin to kind of scavenge some bits and pieces, bits of its kind of interior meat and whatever juices you can find within, and you begin to try and store them. Your backpack is becoming quite full at this time. You're you're running out of room for storing meat at this point.
I gotta eat some at some point. But we'll deal with that later.
Okay.
Eat some tasty spider meat.
Anything else anyone would like to do during this time?
I mean, I'm...
Stomping on the spiders constantly.
Go to Damian. I need healing. Heal.
Oh, you need healing. There's a helpful knight right next to you.
Yes, I'm going to Damian saying this.
Okay.
Actually, if you're offering any healing, I wouldn't mind a little.
So, Warmulus, what were you stomping on?
I'm not actually stomping on anything because I know it'll turn into spiders and eat me. But I am. This is gonna sound weird. Do you ever remember that sort of like, not quite a nursery rhyme, but like a stupid little song that kids sang when you were in primary school, like "Squishing up my baby bumblebee"? No.
No.
Yes.
No, we
Yes.
weren't.
Some people remember it.
See, for me, it wasn't squishing; it was scooping.
That sounds much nicer.
Well, in school we had licking up, but I mean, yeah.
Oh, I mean, licking comes up later.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, after you squished it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta clean your hands. So you're licking up the baby bumblebee.
It's
Finally
survival of the
explains why
fittest.
Romulus and Cat are as they are.
Mm-hmm.
No
Yeah.
wonder Cat wants to just murder all the babies.
Look at absolute horror on Cat's face as she's just murdered this spider. It's like, oh no. Like, trying to pick it up and
Put it back
found one
together.
looking. Just cast mold earth, made a little hole, and just buries the spider. Just be a piece of little one. Sorry.
Okay. As you cast mold earth, the tremors in the earth nearby cause a spiderling to begin to hatch from one of the nearby eggs.
Do I see it move?
Yes, you do. And
Nope,
you
nope,
know.
nope, 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 nope.
Okay. I now need to roll for all the other eggs in this chamber, which is still present.
What are you doing?
Just, I'm just trying to get to Romulus.
Okay. In this instance, no. As Cat otherwise runs through the chamber, none of the other eggs hatch, but the one where one did hatch, right next to where Cat was, lunges towards you, Vinny.
Sorry.
Put it in the corner, Vinny.
It's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh wow!
Roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. You take, I guess I just double the flat damage, so you take 4 points of piercing damage. Because there's no dice that it rolls. Con save?
19.
19? Yeah, you're fine. You feel the poison as it's there as it bites into you. It's a quick bite, and it bites onto your wrist as it latches on. You feel the pain there, but you don't feel the poison go very far. So that's 4 points of piercing damage. What do you want to do?
Okay, we need to keep moving. Also, if anyone can heal me.
You've
That
still
would
got a
be-
baby spider attached to you, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
in
gonna
the-
pull it off.
Put it in the corner, Vinny.
Get Cat to kill it.
Hang
Damian's
on,
probably at this
hang
moment
on.
looking in loads of directions like, I don't even know what to start with at this point.
Hang on. I'm going to my jar that I've got.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tip out the venom onto the floor, put it in the jar.
Wait, what venom?
Kidnapping a child?
Yeah, that goes on to the
That
crime
goes
list.
to the crime list for sure.
Kidnapping a minor,
Kidnapping a baby.
child capping,
Alright then.
For science.
kidnapping, yeah, literal kidnapping.
Brackets for
science.
science. / later dissection.
Don't look in the chat if you're arachnophobic.
So just Jamie then.
Oh,
Ah,
yes,
yes.
that's the sort of thing. You got it.
Yeah.
Oh. Ew.
So,
Look,
Well, I'm gonna
that's all the baby spiders you killed.
No.
Alright, we should
so
probably move
um,
on. And
yeah, I'm going to. If you can somehow like sneak past me without like tripping any. Oh no, we need space where I can heal people. Right, I can heal Kay. Oh, this is difficult because I don't want to use all of my. Actually, I need the rules. Lay on hands are only recovered in a long rest, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so I don't want to use all of them. I can offer you like 7 points each. Unless one of you's far worse hurt than the other? Question mark.
how you doing there, Vinny?
I'm on 13.
Are you,
I'm
are you
too
both
badly-
bloodied?
Yes.
Ah,
This is not a good place to take a rest, so we need to.
No,
need
we
to
need to
push
get
in.
into a different chamber, but I still need to give you guys healing.
Mm.
So, hang on, let me have a think about this. Okay, if I give 5 points of healing to Kay, and then I give 10 to Vinny when he gets next to me.
I'll be at half HP.
Yeah? Does that help?
That'd be fine by me, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll put myself down to 5, but we got to get into combat to do the last 10 with Vinny. So,
You want to go
you
ahead,
can run
Romulus?
like over me. That works fine. It's just there's a cat in the way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, if you wanna-
congestion.
Have you got a light source Romulus?
I have torches.
I
Have you
believe
got
your
one
mace
as
was
far as you
still
know?
there. I believe your
I've
mace
still
was
got
still.
my mace in
Yeah.
it, but I need Romulus to move at least a space forward so we can get K.
Can't-
Oh,
can't-
no, K can go
can't
on
you
top of
write
it.
Kay
his
is
mold?
going. Kay is going to climb onto Damian
That's fine. So he'll get
and
the
jump
healing.
onto
Romulus. Cool.
Romulus
So it's
and then
just,
go into the front.
So it's just Cat
so
and
we
Vinny
can
that need
see.
to swap places somehow,
Okay.
and then I can give the healing to.
I assume you're doing this carefully.
Yeah, we're gonna try to.
Okay. So I would like a universal stealth check from everybody, please.
Blended.
Oh.
This
roll
will be
anything double.
this will be a personal graded stealth check for everybody. So the DC will be 10 for every roll under. I will roll a D6.
Well, I
mean,
didn't roll under.
I'm slightly hamstrung by a -2 modifier, but we'll see what I do.
I'm inspiration.
And disadvantage there as well, Damian, because you have
Of
heavy armor.
course. So this is where it all went to pot with the second dice.
Okay, so that's a base 10. And I've used an
Oh,
inspiration
nat
on a
20 and an 18.
fucking
I'll take
stealth.
those.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got an 8.
Okay, so that's 1d6 roll.
So I got 16.
Okay. No eggs spawn. And cat.
19.
19, you're fine. Okay. So yeah, everybody's fine across the board, generally stealthy enough. You've realised seems to be something to do with vibrations and tremors.
So
Keeping
hang on,
yourself careful seems to stop them from hatching.
So have we swapped? Just like on the board, guys?
I'll say
No,
you.
wait. Yeah, wait for them two to go one head so I can go.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
So-
just waiting for the rolls to happen.
Okay.
I moved up here so that we had somebody that can see.
Kay,
Let's
you have
put the
some thick
purple
webbing
thing on
ahead of you.
Oh god.
God
Damn, that webbing.
Yeah, I can see it.
thick.
Yeah.
um, what's the purple thing that's on me?
Why don't you climb on top of
I don't
Romulus and
remember.
then move forward a spot?
I
And
mean,
that allows Cat to move ahead, and then I can heal Vinny, and then we can worry about the webbing and triggering combat afterwards.
fine. Sorry, Romulus. Actually, no, I'm not sorry.
Dick.
So yeah, if Romulus could move forward, so Cat can move forward.
Very carefully.
Yeah, and then Vinny can go next to me and get his 10 points of healing, and then we're actually done with that. Bizarre. And then we can trigger combat and problems.
Infantry.
Okay, 10
Believe this.
healing. And then, which of us is going to be taking up the rear?
Thank you.
Do you want
Since we're
me
both
to?
going at the back. Fine
Best
by
idea.
me, yeah.
I am healthiest, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you have more AC as well.
Yeah, okay, we'll swap in a second.
Okay. So, you've got some very thick webbing in front of you. What would you like to do?
Well, we've already pissed him off by killing and all that, so might as well just cut it.
Okay. Cutting the webbing, it falls to either side, and the light from your mace, or from the mace behind, otherwise illuminates the chamber beyond for you to be able to see. Looking in and down, you can see that you are on an upper ledge. Looking down, you can see what looks to be the edges of the minecart railway that leads further down. What looks to be an old kind of forge and a table with a number of bits and pieces on it.
Well, time
For
to move
Romulus,
forward.
this is going to be a very tight squeeze through the rock here.
Kay is going to get down to make it easier for him. And Kay will get to here and just take a look around and see if there's anything that could be hidden in here, if you can see it.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, I hate that it does that. That is 12.
12. Looking around the room, there's not too much in here. You can see the eggs at the edge of the room in places that are wrapped in their silk and like fluid or jelly almost like encasing. You can see what looks to be a few bodies wrapped up in cobwebs around this around the area, and what looks to be an old old hammer and anvil table with a few fixed picks on it. Other than that, there's not much in this room. You know that there are a few, like, what look to be old holes in the side of the walls where maybe trappers may have lived, but there aren't any in there currently, from what you can tell.
I see. And there are eggs around here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Kay is going to carefully go down,
Okay.
and he would like to, while they're gonna be trying to get through there, Kay would like to try and make an argument to use his sleight of hand to try and carefully move eggs away from this area so vibrations won't happen to cause eggs to hatch.
Okay. First off, I'll need a dexterity saving throw for climbing down the... climbing down there. As you begin to climb, you note that it is sticky. And you are finding it difficult to climb down easily. As you begin to climb...
Should... Yeah, I do. Inspiration.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, man. As you begin to climb down, you find that your hands are beginning to get stuck. You are currently considered grappled by the webbing, but you are not necessarily causing any problems. If you wish to break 3, it will count as thrashing.
Could I make an argument to use my tail to kind of gently cut the webbing around my hands?
I'll say make me a sleight of hand check for this. And I'll say, what are the rest of you doing at this time while Kay is climbing down?
I guess
Pushing Romulus's fat
Are
hand
you
through.
kidding me?
As you attempt to move your tail there, Kay, I'll give you a choice. You can either cut yourself free with your tail successfully, but you will fall and take falling damage, plus potentially cause rolls for the nearby eggs. Or, in this instance, your tail is too wrapped up for you to be able to successfully cut yourself free.
I'm just gonna be stuck because I can't roll above a freaking 2.
Okay, and the rest of you?
I'm trying to push.
Moving
Push
forward.
Romulus through.
Yes, I will go through.
Okay. Roll me
Attempt.
an athletics check, please.
Oh no,
Which
I'm
person-
too dummy thick for this.
Mm-hmm.
The clap of my ass cheeks will alert the spiders.
I'm gonna attempt to push him, but like
Oh! The clap of my ass cheeks is most silent.
Pushing
At
through.
24.
Pushing through. It's not necessarily the clapping of your ass cheeks. It's the act of getting through this very thin section of wall. As you begin to kind of press and shove through, you begin to feel your body squeeze tighter than it should do, and in this particular space, it's muscle that's being the problem. And as you otherwise squeeze through onto the other side, you successfully do so without falling down the area beyond. But with the light only reaching part way and without having dark vision, you can't see beyond the ledge, so you don't actually know what's there.
If you could move forward a step, Cap, I can move forward, I guess, because I need to provide light currently. It looks, I can't.
In this instance, where you're the one carrying the light, you're barely providing anything for anything below the ledge because you are on a higher up.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I can only do so much.
hang on. Did you say you could share the light?
Ooh, good question. Let me check. That does vaguely ring a bell, but
Yes, illumination, you can share the light. It just means once you set it at a certain brightness, you can't change it. And then you must retrieve it manually in order to change it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure we have, but I need to check. That does ring a bell as having been done. Let me search illumination. I thought we did. Maybe we didn't.
We have gone over it before. You can share the light.
Oh yeah, I know I can. It's more a case of whether I've already done it. And I thought in my mind we had, but
I could have swore that Romulus had some.
yeah.
Did Romulus have some on his axe or more?
I'm pretty sure he had some light.
Unless it was the first time we went into the chamber. Which is quite plausible, because I don't have it written down, so I mean I can't say we've done it, and therefore at the moment we haven't.
Well,
unless
I,
we
I
find it
don't.
in the
I
notes.
don't remember it personally. I'm afraid.
In that case, I'll draw up my dagger and just. Could you light this up?
Okay, let's have a quick check how this works.
You
I
just
can
need to
pass it-
touch the dagger and it will
pass
pass
it
it over.
However,
You just got to touch tips.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
we don't do that in
Yes.
Stellaris mostly. That's usually Cat and K.
Touch the tips.
Okay,
Touch
so
it.
I will hopefully illuminate your dagger.
Okay.
Oh,
You illuminate the dagger.
cool. I will put the dagger before me, and I will come up.
Romulus.
Athletics
Ow.
check,
Romulus.
please, Cat.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
If
Okay,
necessary,
hang on.
I can push your hindquarters, but I really don't want to.
You've got an
Dex
athletics check first.
Oh, athletics.
It's a dexterity if you try and go over the edge.
Can I try and help by pulling Cat through?
I'll say it's lowering the DC, but we'll have a see what happens first.
I use strength.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
8. And Romulus, you said you were pulling?
Yes, I am pulling.
How hard are you pulling on a scale of 1 to 20? This isn't a roll. This is me asking what modifier you wish to give. Go too high and she goes over the edge. Go too low and she doesn't come through.
over the edge river.
I am pulling with a solid 12.
Ooh.
Okay, so with a plus 12. So, Kat, what is your total now?
20?
Because it was 8 plus 12 to 20.
Yeah.
Okay. As you
Worst
pull,
part is I'm holding the dagger up. I'm trying to hand it to Romulus.
and as you grab hold of Kat and you begin to pull her through, she slides, and as she is pulled through, suddenly being free with the earth kind of peeling off to either side, the light illuminates the room. To which Kay, you note right above the entranceway to where you were is what looks to be this green nodule-covered spider, currently hanging there just above the entranceway, its eyes looking down, and as the light illumination hits, it lunges forward. Romulus and Kat, I'm going to say for this instance, you two have swapped places for the sake of the tile here.
Can I bait and switch to swap back?
We'll do that once we get to combat. I would like everyone to roll for initiative for me, please.
To
And
clarify, is it attacking me or
It's
Cat?
attacking
find
Cat.
out.
Then I would like to do the swappity swap.
Yep, we'll see what happens in a mo.
It's an okay initiative. I can't argue.
Are you kidding?
Initiative!
How low? Oh, again! Wow.
Yes.
That's insane. Have you tried rolling the other dice? That's what I'm going to have to ask. At this
I just
13.
did.
Oh no!
Okay.
Have you considered killing those dice and getting some new?
Yeah.
I'm just screwed at this
Just for
one.
the
It
new
doesn't
year,
matter
just-
anymore.
Just
Put,
kill
put
last
them into
year's
the dice bin. New dice. New dice, new year.
And then... Okay, so 25 to 20.
21.
Wow.
22.
22.
20. No.
Press X to doubt.
Yeah, no, I got a
Okay, so
13.
22 on Cat. 20 to 15? 15 to 10.
13.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry. I am a 27. Not that it fucking.
It didn't fall. It didn't fall within 25 to 20. You are forgiven. All right. I'll have to remember that in the future. Okay.
Yeah, make the rest of us feel bad.
Yeah. So now it's 30 to 20.
Yeah.
Or Simon to 20.
Indeed.
'Cause why
Simon's
not?
20. Okay. Okay. 10 to 5.
9.
9 and
That's
K.
a bad roll for Damian. That's okay.
Not bad.
Decidedly average.
Okay. You got that. You got that. And you got that. Okay. So, top of the round, we have Vinny. You're all the way at the back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you in this instance. As you find that you are, unfortunately, there. So we'll go cat. Then I'll need to worry about Romulus, Damian, K. Damian, K. Okay. Do you know what you'd like to do?
There's only about one thing I can do that would be useful, which is I'm going to bonus action Bardic Inspiration Romulus.
Bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, Romulus. Okay.
You're a good man, Vinny. You're a good man.
No, you're a good man.
Oh god.
It's like a bro off.
Bruh.
Bro. Okay. Here's what I'm going to need.
So you have a Bardic Inspiration, and then
Okay.
I will hold my action to attack in case something comes over here.
In case something goes over there. Okay. Oh, I've already got it. Okay. Okay, then. With that, that is the end of your turn. Next is Cat. You are up.
Okay. Have I seen this spider?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is. Hang on, where do I find that? Oh, that's core.
Yes.
Passive perception is 14.
Nope.
Okay.
Kay's the only one who knows where it is currently.
Well, I'm gonna
And K is
start
stuck.
with look down at K because I know
Okay.
to jump down.
You see that there are a number of eggs directly below him where he is currently suspended in a little bit of webbing here.
Want a hand?
Please?
I will kneel down and try and cut some of them with my knife.
Okay.
Dagger.
Easily enough. I'll say go ahead and make me an attack roll for the sake of it, because you know you may roll a natural 20, because a dagger technically might not if you roll minimum damage.
Make me roll an attack roll because we know cats. There, look, great. And I've got a
Total to hit?
suck to my attack. To hit is 1. So
You're using a
that's
knife, so
3.
you can use your dex for a dagger, and you're proficient
Oh.
still. So,
Oh, that's my hooves. My bad.
I don't think we got your dagger actually in there because you'd never planned
we
to use it as a
haven't.
weapon.
No.
So it would be your dex is what? Sorry, 3.
16, so it's 3.
So you should have a +5. So that would be a 7, which hits versus the AC of 5 for webbing.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage, which is a D4. You need anything other than a 1 or a 2.
No pressure.
I'm gonna get a 1. I got a 2.
You got a 2. As you reach down, actually no, because you got a +3 modifier, so you don't need a 1 and it would fail. Okay, so as you begin to cut through the webbing, it begins to split and peel away. Kay, I'm going to let you decide where you would like to go. Would you like to drop straight down, or would you like to swing towards the forge? If you swing towards the forge, you'll take damage. If you fall straight down, you won't take damage, but you'll be dealing with potential
I'm
spider
gonna swing
spawns.
toward the forge.
Okay. As you swing towards the forge, you take a point of damage as you otherwise swing and scuff against the ground.
I am bloodied once more.
Single point of
Wow, I
damage.
literally healed you to half health. Love it.
My days.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my max is 50.
And I guess with the rest of my movement, I know we need to get out of the way here. I guess I'm gonna regret this, but jumping down.
Okay. The ledge in question, just because I want to make sure that I'm getting this correct. This is from Area 1B. Climbing down is 25 feet fall in total. Do you
Oh my
still
God.
wish to jump 25 feet down?
Hang on. How? Well, not really. No.
It'll be fine. Do a barrel roll.
She can't. She's a horse.
She rolls up really, really tight.
You can.
Maybe
It's.
conceivably form a...
I will say it is a slope, so you can slide down it. It's just you potentially get caught in webs and hit the eggs at the bottom, or you can jump and take the potential damage if you fail the athletics check.
Look, you've already done 2 crimes of cat today. You may as well make it 3.
I would say it would usually be acrobatics, but given your equine form and you're jumping off of a ledge, I'm going to say this is athletics for you.
The weakest one for my two. I think we should go with acrobatics because I have a chance. Okay, fine. I'm going to. Can I slide a little bit and then jump like halfway down?
That'd be fine.
Okay, I'm
I'll
gonna
allow that.
slide about halfway and then.
Okay, so
then
this is
jump.
a dexterity saving throw, and I'll say it's followed by an acrobatics check because you're trying to jump partway through a slide.
So then it's an acrobatics. Okay, so I'll roll 2d20. The first one is the save. The second one is the acrobatics.
Go for it. The save is
They're both
decreased.
+3.
Yeah, the save is decreased because you've already cut a little bit with the knife.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
16s.
You slide down, and as you do, there is an immediate snap at the back of your neck, as this will be an unseen attacker. What is your AC?
My AC is 16.
16. This is one of you. Okay. As you begin to slide down the way, you don't actually notice because there is no damage or pain. Romulus, you note the head of a spider snap where Cat once was as she slides down the way and then jumps. Cat, where would you like to land?
I'm aiming for here.
So here?
There. Yeah, I'm aiming for around there where there's a bit of an open area.
Okay, so that will be 2 d6s rolled because of the adjacent areas. Okay, nothing hatches. You're good.
And I believe that ends my turn. Yes.
Okay.
Did I notice the spider like jump? No, I didn't because I was
No,
looking
you
at the
didn't.
floor. No,
No.
so I don't even know there's danger.
Ah, that is true.
Oblivious. So just turn around, Romulus. It's okay. Oh.
Okay. Beginning of this turn, as you otherwise land from this particular corner of here, otherwise seemingly guarding the entrance, a trapper spider is going to do a lunging bite towards you. Again, it has advantage because of its concealed lair.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, that is a 12 to hit.
No, it doesn't.
As you land, you otherwise hear this shifting to one side, and as you look, a spider runs up to you and snaps, hitting your mage armor on the around almost a bracer on your leg. As you otherwise pull your hoof and leg away, now realizing there are some spiders down here.
Had everything to aim at. Hit the one bit of armor you got.
Yeah. Well, no, mage armor covers the whole thing, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then it, as part of that, it's going to back off, back into its lair. Do you wish to make an opportunity attack?
No.
Okay, so it's going to hide and be concealed within its lair once again. Okay, end of its turn. Next in the initiative order is Romulus.
Alright then.
You can see the spider just above the entranceway here. Hanging overhead now.
Time to commit great acts of violence. In my current situation, can I attack it?
It will receive 3/4 cover, but yes. If you were to move out further, it would get half cover.
Okay, I will move out. I will attempt to move out further.
Okay. That should be fine. Given you squeezed through the main portion of it already, I'll allow it.
Alright. And so now it only has half cover, which I believe is
Correct.
a
+2.
2? Okay.
Mhm.
Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna be like, no, and smash it to bits with my maul.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll. Reckless or no?
Yeah, I want to reckless this. Yeah, reckless.
Okay.
I think it needs to be. Oh, thank God for
Very good.
reckless.
Okay, that hits. That will
Does a
hit.
22 hit.
Yes. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Excellent. Rolling damage now.
Oh,
Jesus
wow.
Fucking Christ.
Plus.
That is a +5.
Okay,
damage.
7 damage.
7 damage.
Okay. You swing up.
Ew.
You swing up with your mace as you otherwise as it collides with a portion of the spider. Not enough to do some serious damage as it shifts out of the way and is otherwise peppered with these small bits of rock. Doing some damage to it nonetheless, but not enough to bring it down or immobilize it or anything.
Would you say does it look bloodied at this point?
No. It looks
Alright.
injured by all means. It took a hit from a bunch of rocks and nearly got hit by a mace, or a maul rather, so... I was having a bad day.
Alright. In that case, just
James
looking
Blunt
through
the
my
Blind.
notes. Yeah. Can I try and shove the creature with my hammering horns?
In this instance, because of where it is, I'll say that that's not really possible, because you'll be trying to jump and shove it.
I've still got movement. I could jump.
Okay, I'll allow it. Go ahead and make me. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Now, I'm gonna. Well, okay, so I want to hit it no matter what, but I'm gonna ask if this is possible. Is it possible to try and headbutt it? To try and trap it in this tight space here.
Oh my god.
You won't be able to
So,
pick it up and shift it. I'll say that much. It will be one of
Fair
those that if you're trying to hit it, you'll be hitting up and effectively warding it backwards. That will
That's
be the
fair.
effect of what you'll be doing here.
Fair enough. I'll yeah, I would like to do that. I believe with my hammering horns,
You either
the
get to.
creature makes an athletics check against my opposing athletics check.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so my athletics is +7.
Okay, go ahead. So you make a roll. You've got to beat an 8. Yes.
I mean, it's 7. So +5 + 7, that is 14. So I succeed by. Yeah. Okay. So I beat it in over 6, so I can push it up to a maximum of 15 foot.
That's pushed up against the or warded up against the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. As you land back down, I would like you to roll me a d20, please, to see the integrity of the ledge.
So I want to roll high for good sturdiness.
Yes, you do.
Is it a political ledge or is it not? It's a political ledge.
The ledge knew what it was doing. As you as you jump, Vinny and Damian, you hear this as you watch as there's a snap from beyond. You can see the light illuminating the area. You can hear the sounds of conflict now beginning to lighten up happen from further down. As the two of you looking down and watching Romulus, you watch as he swings up with his maul, jumps up, wards off with his horns, and as he hits, or as he lands, he disappears. As the ledge below him collapses. I will say, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw for as you're going down.
Oh god.
I'm gonna quickly.
Is this the thing I can see?
I'll say you weren't expecting this, given that this is happening
fair.
underneath you.
That's
Oh,
fair.
I didn't want to
It was
spawn
worth a try.
spiders. I wanted to spawn difficult terrain. There we go.
I mean,
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
spiders are difficult.
Dirty 20. Okay. Dirty 20, so I'll say you take half damage, so I will roll a single d4 instead of 2. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you slide down and manage to stop yourself from becoming prone. However, I am going to roll 2 for each of these eggs.
Oh no.
No.
1 hatchling. 2 hatchlings. 2 hatchlings.
Wow, you spawned 5 hatchlings.
No, spawned 2 hatchlings.
Oh, okay.
2 was the final.
I thought it was additional.
Also, Chris, you were doing the right thing. Spiders are difficult terrain.
That's true.
They're just difficult terrain that fights back.
Also true. So, as you otherwise land from your attacks, the ledge crumbling underneath you as you slide down, webs beginning to coat you and get torn apart, as the eggs at the bottom get scattered, shifted by this rubble that peppers and destroys a few of them. But you notice that from those, a bunch of spiders begin to crawl out and cling up, as a few of them have survived, as these two have now awoken. They, given your initiative was... Scroll all the way back up. Given your initiative was there, they would go there. Now that I got spiders entering the initiative, they go there, and then at the bottom. Okay. I'll put that there because that's next. So, next in the initiative order is the next trapper. I haven't put the blight spider in. I just put the blight spider there. Whoops. Where's the blight spider? Blight spider just made an opportunity attack. It's not in there yet. Okay.
Oh.
So, from here, in this particular instance, one from around this corner. I'm going to say Kay and Cat, roll me a stealth check. Kay, you get a +5 because you're currently against the edge of the forge and got 3/4 cover.
Hidden.
Yeah, he's effectively hidden, so it's 3/4 cover.
me
Rolled
against-
really low.
Now I rolled a high.
I was gonna say, if it's me against Kay in regards to stealth, he's instantly won before I've even rolled.
I know, but it's one of those, like,
Yeah,
you never
no.
know. Okay.
No.
In this
But you two
instance...
went, you gave it to
I
Cat.
mean, I have. Let's see. Stealth. That's a.
30-30.
That's a 29.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no.
Five.
Yeah.
Can't even physically get that.
Okay, this one's going to lunge forward, performing a lunging bite against you, Cat. Hey, if it's anything like the rest of the rolls, it's going to miss. That is a 18 to hit.
I hate you. I. What level is it? Do I want to? No, I don't. Fine, I'll take it.
You'll take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Trapper Spider's lunging bite deals, to begin with, 5 points of piercing damage, and then make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
My face. I'm trying to roll dice. Thank you. That was not helpful. Cons. 8.
8.
Yeah.
Ooh, you take an additional 13 points of poison damage.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about to be.
You are successfully reduced to 0. For now, you are poisoned. This cat is now unconscious on the ground. The Trapper Spider, at this point, grabs hold of Cat and is going to attempt, with disadvantage, to pull Cat towards its lair. Because Cat is a large creature. That's
Is there
a
any sort of opportunity
6.
attack I can do there? Maybe
It's failing to pull Cat away, so no, it's still standing there. At which point, it's then going to let go of Cat, and it's then going to try and rush away. To which
Opportunity attack.
Yeah,
Kay
that's
gets
it.
an opportunity attack. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and make me an opportunity attack, and you have advantage because it does not know you're there because of your stealth roll.
Oh.
Thank God for advantage.
All right, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
This is a bite attack, so. Which one? Of course. 1 plus 4 plus 2.
1 plus 4 plus 2, so it's 7 points of damage. Okay. Okay, biting onto the edge of the trapper, you otherwise pull your bite back, as it is otherwise a bit concerned with the fact that it was bitten, but otherwise doesn't seem to react too much to it as it goes back into its lair. Okay. End of the trapper's turn. It is now the spiderling's turn. Spiderlings now get their first turn. They're both going to take attacks versus Romulus, who reckless.
it's true.
That is a... What was the spiderling's modifier? It's +2, isn't it? +4? Oh, that's right. They do no damage, but they got a decent to hit. So 21 to hit.
That will hit.
And then
That will hit.
the second one, that's a 10 to hit. No. Okay, roll me a con save, please, and you take 2 points of piercing damage from the one spider bite.
Constitution. That is only a 12.
You're fine, though. Okay. You shrug off the poison. It says immediately spider bite. It's not that bad. But you do still take the 2 points of piercing damage that it deals to you.
Those were the two that killed you.
Maybe. We'll have to find out.
No,
Okay.
I have hit points unlike the rest of you.
I'm okay. I'm very healthy.
Okay, and...
Oh, then why aren't you in the battle?
okay, speaking of, Damian, it's your turn.
I needed to heal people. That's why.
So,
Don't
Damian,
worry,
it's
I'm
your
tanking.
turn. You can see that the
You've done a
ledge
superb
before
job
you...
of absorbing damage.
The ledge before you seems to descend downwards.
This is going to be hilarious. Why did you have to crumble the ledge before the person with a negative dexterity modifier turned up?
Back in a moment.
She's not going to answer it. She's going to flee. Right. Well, I mean, hopefully nothing spawns behind us because Vinny's going to get killed if that happens. I'm just going to move forward one. I've heard a lot of noise, so I'm doing it warily.
Okay, so 5'10".
So I think I'm kind of like purposely just continuing to look around at the same time as I'm moving.
Okay. I will say, given you saw the attacks coming and you know there's something above, there seems to be something above the archway just beyond here.
Okay. I doubt I can attack it because I don't have a lance on me and I've just got a mace. Probably can't reach.
Probably not. I mean, from this angle, you can't even see it, so...
Okay, so in that case, I think the way that I'm going to move through here is with my shield like above my head.
Okay. Okay, that's... yeah, fair enough. You move forward, your shield above your head to kind of give you a bit of extra... just general warding away from whatever that might be above. You don't know what it is, but Romulus is swinging at it.
And then I'm going to take in the situation dead ahead of me. How bad does the ledge become? Besides Romulus being on it.
The ledge can be slid down. You will otherwise hit Romulus if you attempt to slide it. If you attempt to jump it, you will take some damage from falling, but you will be able to go over Romulus. If you do slide and get stuck with Romulus, you'll make a dexterity saving throw, and if you fail, you'll both become tangled.
So I could try to like bunny hop over his horns.
Yeah, it will be an athletics check to basically jump over the top of him, but either way, you'll take a little bit of damage from falling.
Or wait, and Cat potentially dies. I think I have to do it. They have to try and bunny hop over into that space there.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me an athletics check then, please. As you move down and you jump across. 15, solid.
Athletics, so that makes it a 20.
20.
Definitely.
You move forward and slide a bit and use that momentum to jump across. And you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit, as your otherwise buckle onto your shoulder, oh not your shoulder, onto your knee and shin as you land onto the ground next to where Cat is. I'll say that is all of your movement done, because you went a little bit slowly, went through and then jumped.
Am I within range of anything? I guess 2 spiderlings.
You have 2 spiderlings to either side of you. I'll say yes, given the light that's down here and that's from your mace, you can see the 2 spiderlings and you can see Cat is unconscious on the ground.
That's a good point. Is Cat's dagger still illuminated?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to attack this spiderling with my mace.
Okay.
It was nice knowing you, spiderling.
Right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
That includes a D8 for damage, if memory serves.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep, because it's effectively just a warhammer. That hits, and that will kill it.
Nice.
Splat.
Oh, ouch, a lot.
Oh my god, Damian finally did something.
I just dealt 8 damage to a spiderling. I think that was probably
Yep,
overkill.
and it
for a
is,
spiderling.
and it is splatted.
And I have a bonus action. Now, question is...
So to clarify, it has 15 hit points.
Yeah. No?
What has 15 hit points?
Well, you said that I didn't. That was the one that hit me earlier, right? That I hit earlier, right?
No, that was the spiderling.
You attacked the blight spider, not the spiderling.
Oh, of course I did.
Yeah, I
Ugh,
mean, if
was
the Spiderling had 15 hit points, I'm terrified.
If the
what normal
Spiderlings had
spiders
15 hit points, this would be
Yeah,
a
no,
far more
yeah,
dangerous encounter.
that makes sense. My apologies. I was, for some reason in my head, like I saw that spider next to me. I was like, oh, that's the one that attacked me, the fly spider. No, that's fair.
No.
Let's have a look if there's anything that I can potentially
In
do
which
with
case,
that.
Damian did much less than I thought he did.
I mean, I could hilariously shove the other Spiderling with my shield.
Good.
Sure, why not? Let's shove it.
All right, athletics check. That's a wow. Okay, that's
Quite high.
that's a 15.
Oh no, it beats me. I got a 7.
Okay. Despite your luck trying to push this spider, it is thoroughly stuck within the webs to the point that you try and shoving it out of the way isn't working.
You're about to say that's one buff Spiderling, but no, we'll just go with it's got webs to assist.
It's got webs to assist, yeah. It's not just buff.
Just put one leg up and it's like, no.
Just flexes the leg, and all of a sudden it's so
It's a leg.
it's so much more muscly. It's like, whoa. Okay, end of your turn. The brood tender crawls out from her little cubby behind the body
Oh no.
and is going to shoot a web at you, Damian.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so shooting a web at you. Does she hit? Ooh, that's a 22.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay. You are currently restrained by webbing and must spend your action to try and break free of it.
Sorry, cat. I tried to save you.
Okay. As you are wrapped in webbing, you're currently restrained, so you cannot move, and your attacks and everything have disadvantage right now. Okay, it is then going to spend its movement to go along the wall, going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as it is moving around the room across the wall and ceiling. Actually, no, it would have to be here, because the ceiling is a high ceiling in this room.
We'll never see K, because
Okay.
29 stealth.
I mean, even
Not a
it
fan.
probably would have seen K, given the circumstances of the angle. It's just... I mean, K has used his reaction, and it's just stealthed by and ran away. Okay. That is the end of the brood tender's turn. K, you are up.
I guess I will spend my turn making sure that Cat doesn't die from bleeding out. So I will give Cat my only healing potion.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me the 2d4 plus 2.
7
Plus 2.
9.
9 hit points to you, Cat.
Hey.
You are currently prone and paralyzed. As you feed Cat the potion, she is stuck in place. The poison has not worn off.
Yeah, well, couldn't just let her die, and I don't trust my medicine skill currently.
Okay.
What was that? My bonus action?
That would be your action because you're giving a potion to somebody else.
Alright, then I'm just gonna stand here.
Okay.
There's nothing else to do.
Okay.
Actually, no. I can use my bonus action to attack. I forgot. I have the 2-weapon fighting.
That's the fighting style. With 2-weapon fighting, you still have to attack with your main action, I believe. Am I getting that right,
okay.
Simon?
I believe that is correct.
Okay, cool.
Alright, then I will just stand here and
Menacingly.
do nothing.
Okay. It is now the Blight Spider's turn, who has no idea Vinny is there right now, so is going to skitter down the wall and make an attack against Romulus with advantage, because he's reckless. That is a... for the Blight Spider,
2.
that is a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good when it's a blight spider.
You take 3 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Oh.
That's 23.
Okay, 23. So that is a success. So you'll be taking half damage, as the poison from this one is far stronger.
Oh no.
Okay, so what would have been 13 points of poison damage is instead halved to 6.
I am now getting into the requiring healing territory.
I love it. There is no Infernal. There's no Lloyd. I'm the only healing.
Mm-hmm.
Out of interest, whilst I'm mentioning this, how much healing does a charge of a healer's kit give?
If you have the healer's,
unless you've got a
it allows you to stabilize a creature. But if you have the healer's feat, it heals. If you don't have the healer's feat, it doesn't.
I probably don't. I guess. Feet. Where am I
No,
looking
you
at
have shield master.
those? Oh, well. And otherwise, I've got 2 healing potions, so I guess that's what I'm going to use. That's cool. Thought I'd ask.
Okay, so
Don't worry, I'm not bloodied yet, so I'm not gonna be.
No, I'm
Crap.
just realising that everybody's actually in a pretty bad health situation, and I'm going to be the only one in a decent situation at this rate.
okay, that is the Blight Spider's turn. So we now move to the top of the initiative once again, which is Vinny. You're all the way up here. No spiders have spawned in amongst where you are, and you can hear the
see
fighting
anything?
going on.
Oh,
He
he's
has
got
dark vision, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Thank
so
goodness for that.
1.
Are you moving with
Two.
half speed to prevent the spawning of spiderlings, or are you going to move at full speed and risk it?
I'll move at half speed. There's no real point in
Okay.
taking additional risks. With
So
killing
1,
people now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
Okay. And this one is down and to your right. It's about 5 feet down, so it will have half cover because of the range you've got to attack.
That's worth the risk, I think. So if it's in range, I will try and hit it.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's the
You
only
w-
target
you
in
would
range of
get-
me, so
yep.
will sneak attack.
Attack.
If it hits.
Well, it's technically next to Romulus, which also gives it, so...
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That's not going to do it.
Don't think so, no. So with your main attack, as you go and you take a swing downwards, unfortunately where the rocks are, it's difficult to hit the Blight Spider from this particular angle.
I'll try again with my bonus action.
Go ahead.
No modifier to this, but it's a sneak attack if it hits.
Oh. You go ahead and you take a swing down, but this time your attack whiffs. Still, again, difficult
Yeah.
to reach from this particular angle, unfortunately.
Gliding off its exoskeleton, I guess.
Okay. End of Vinny's go. Cat, you are up. You are currently paralyzed and unable to do anything. Other than mentally talk to Jeff.
Well, Jeff's hidden, so I'll just host a conversation with Jeff. just talk about why this place sucks, and how I really don't like spiders. They're everywhere. But tell him
Okay.
to keep safe.
Okay. That's the end of Cat's
Standing
turn.
orders remain.
Go to that. It goes to the Trapdoor Spider's turn. Trapdoor Spider is going to move over and attempt to drag you again. As you're paralyzed, it has no reason to attack you. With disadvantage because of how big you are, that is only a 5. So it is unable to drag you. So it is instead going to...
I'm being fat shamed.
It's going after Romulus. Yeah, the next biggest meal.
Oh yeah.
Alright, and Romulus is still from Reckless. That's a natural 20.
Oh,
I cannot heal. How do I get unpoisoned? Do I get a roll?
Antitoxin.
Wait,
what
what?
time?
Or time.
It's gonna have to be time, I think. I don't
Or,
think we've got anything-
5 lay on hands points.
Oh well, I'm glad that I kept 5 lay on hands points in hand.
So, natural 20 from the Trapper Spider against you, Romulus. So this will be... I'll need a con save as well, but that is 8 points of piercing damage from its bite. And I've actually
8
done this.
points, you say?
8 hit points, yes.
Alright.
And con save, please.
Now I'm definitely needing some assistance.
Yep, and if you succeed, you'll be taking half damage from this poison. So.
Let's see what we got. What is the DC?
11.
I get 11 with a con score of +6.
Okay, so
Not
yes.
a con score, but like a con save.
Cod save. Is it +6?
It is.
What's your con at the moment?
My con is +4.
Huh, okay. I still have it written down as 17. I guess you must have... No. Okay. What did you take as your level up?
Chef gives a buff.
Oh, that's right. It gives a +1, which I... Okay, that's what I didn't write down. Okay. Fair enough. So, you take only 5 points of poison damage as you succeed.
You see a bloody Minotaur now.
And you're still up?
Still up, still very much up, but still,
Okay.
Getting ever closer to that,
Okay.
death.
It's going to attempt to go back to its lair again. I would. That is an opportunity attack from Romulus and Damian, if you wish.
Well, I'm going to opportunity attack without a doubt.
Go ahead.
Because I might not get an attack next turn anyway. Because I've got a lot of choices to make. Oh, for God's sake. Well, I don't have inspiration, so that doesn't matter.
No. As you otherwise swing your mace, unfortunately you are unable to do so. But you do provide an opportunity for the Blight Spider to make an attack roll against you.
Brilliant. Go on,
That
kill
is
me as well.
a 9 to hit. No?
Nope.
Okay. And Romulus, do you wish to use your reaction to make an attack roll against the Trapper?
I mean, I guess I might as well at this point.
Okay. Go ahead.
Technically, I believe I'd still have advantage.
Because reckless, yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
Fuck you, if you'll take advantage, but I'm taking advantage.
Yeah, no. That's entirely how it would be.
Oh, flipping
Fuck, it's still a 15 to hit.
That hits.
And
Damage.
mace.
Or your maul, rather.
You better.
Oh, that's more like it.
Ooh. So that's
That
plus
is,
5, 16 damage.
Yep.
Okay. As you otherwise swing your mace, or as you swing your maul against it, the air kind of parts, and you can hear the woof sound as it otherwise smashes into it, knocking it back to its lair. It crawls back into its lair and pulls the trapdoor shut.
No, I'm good here. Y'all can
Actually, you
stay
know
out
what?
there.
After it takes an opportunity attack, no, it's not going to do that. It's just going to run because it has no reason to sacrifice itself in its lair. So I'm going to remove that one from combat.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice. Well done. That's one trick then.
Sometimes you got to do the big smack.
Speaking
Please
of
tell
which,
me it didn't
Romulus,
have
it's your
one hit
turn.
point left. Please
It-
tell me that it
They
did
had
not have-
3, but it was just really, really weak.
Oh, if only I was raging.
If Damian hit it, then it would have been a kill.
Yeah. I failed again.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You used up the reaction of the Blight Spider by doing that, so now Romulus can move if he
that's
needs
true.
to.
That has worked as a tank. I know.
In your failure, you still succeeded.
Yeah, I'll do.
So, Romulus, it is now your turn.
Well,
I'll
there
do
is
the spiderling.
a blight spider.
Blight spider.
There's a brood tender and another normal spider. You know what?
I'd say you
Okay.
can't see the trapdoor one from this angle because the trapdoor one is, much as it's there, you probably saw it bite the cat. You are unaware of where it is currently.
Okay. So, cat is prone currently, is that correct?
Correct.
I can do something about that, but it's up to you.
And that brood tender is within 10 feet of me?
The brood tender is up against the wall, so I'd say just about 10 feet, yeah.
Could I, with my big buff arms, reach over and smack it with my glaive?
With your Dane axe, yeah, that'd be doable.
Yes. It is a Dane axe, I just keep calling it a glaive because that's what we've got
Yeah.
the stat block as.
No, that's fine.
Yes, I will smack the shit out of this brood tender because, yes, the blight spider is the blight spider is very dangerous for me. Sure. You know what? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move. Is that acceptable to you? Because as I have not yet had my first attack, I do not have to reckless at this point in time. So if I move and someone gets an opportunity attack,
It doesn't have a reaction anyway because it used it to attack Damian when he rolled a natural 1.
Of course. Right.
The spiderling's the only one which is still there. So if you're moving over the spiderling,
walk over it.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so doing so will prompt a potential spawning for the nest that's underneath it.
Oh, there's a nest underneath it. Oh, so there is. Yeah.
Do you still wish to move?
You know what? I'm fine with another one coming through. I'm just going to. Yeah, if I go there, I don't think there's any more spawns there.
Nothing else spawns. There is. Could you move your hand, please, Sudz? I think there's one right underneath his hand. Oh, there's 2. Excellent.
Okay, I couldn't see that previously, so I'm not going to go there.
Well, you might as well, because I rolled and they're not spawning anything. So.
Okay, you know what? I'll take that. And I'm going to smack a brood tender.
Go for it. Make an attack roll with.
No, I'm not fucking recklessing anymore. I'm also going to
maul.
Maul.
Okay.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have needed to pull out my Dane axe, I'm not gonna. Okay. It's unwieldy in tight quarters.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I am going to be hitting this thing with my maul. I'm very tempted to rage, but also I know that this isn't necessarily the final fight, and I don't want to use up all my rages.
That final fight? You're only on layers 1 of 3, my dude.
Yeah. So I'm not going to rage. I am, however, going to attack this thing with a normal attack. No reckless, calm, collected.
Natural 1. Oh, good.
Hits.
And the damage is
pretty good. That's
pretty good. 13.
13 points of damage. Woo.
And then
looking not so good.
The horns do be hammering.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Are you damage or push?
This is gonna be a push.
Okay,
I want this thing to fuck off.
Okay, so contested strength. That for a brood tender is 9.
That for a me is +7, so 12. I can push it 5 feet away, so I am going to do so.
Okay. Pushing it there. Okay.
Yeah, it's just to protect Cap from getting murdered.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's yeah, that.
Okay. End of your turn. It now is the trapdoor spider's turn, who is going to lunge out and try and attack UK. You are aware of its presence, so it does not get advantage. That is a 22 to hit. These spiders are doing well.
Oh!
Rebecca, I know you're watching. Thank you for these dice. They're doing amazing.
Damn you, Rebecca!
That's 3 points of piercing damage to UK. And I'd like you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
With all the positiveness in the world, but also don't give Chris good dice.
That's
bad.
She didn't know they were good dice. They look cool and they're amazing and they're doing well.
How much damage?
3 points of piercing, and I'd like you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con is what? Okay.
This is against poison, but I don't think that matters for because we changed your ability, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it's against diseases, not poisons.
So that is 9 points of poison damage. You still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's poisoned him as well?
Yeah, so that was 12 damage total.
You said 9?
Yeah, 3 piercing and then 9 poison. Okay. Lunging spider is again going to try and go back into its lair. So if you'd like to go ahead and make an attack roll if you wish. For an opportunity attack.
Yes.
Okay.
putting that in. That's a 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's more like it.
There we go. 9 plus 2.
9 plus 2. Okay. So that is... Right, so 9 plus 2 is 11, so 11 points down. Okay. Just looking hurt. Okay. And, that one's turn. We move on to the lair area where we've got one spiderling that has a choice between a Damian, between Cat, and Romulus. I've also just realised that Damian, you were restrained, so I should have had advantage on the Blight Spider. Wouldn't have hit anyway. Good to know.
The question is, would it even attempt to attack Cat, considering that the Trapper Spider tried to pull Cat?
Really?
The spiderlings don't have the same intelligence as the other spiders. They are newborns, so they attack whichever is closest. So I would like a d20 roll from Romulus, Cat, and Damian. Damian, you roll with disadvantage. Lowest is the one getting attacked. You roll disadvantage because you are currently restrained, so you are therefore an easier target.
Roll really low.
I would like,
That's good.
yeah, to not be, because I can't move.
You got to roll. Yep, that's what you're saying.
Okay,
at the moment.
and Romulus?
Romulus? You are there. Bottom, middle.
Romulus? I'll roll. 18.
Nope,
Okay,
it's
so
me. I'm
Damian, make an attack roll against you with advantage.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
I just want to say, I gotta walk away for a bit, so if my turn comes up, I am going to be attacking this thing with subdue damage.
Okay.
I'm still not trying to kill.
Okay. So, Damian, you take 4 points of piercing damage, and then roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Did a con. Oh, that's not good.
Total?
That's a 9.
This giant spiderling, that just passes, so you take no additional poison damage. You just take the 4 piercing.
4 piercing.
Okay. As the spiderling otherwise crawls in underneath the webbing that is otherwise surrounding you, it takes a bite towards you, and otherwise you can feel it biting underneath as it's otherwise now covered with the webbing, and it's annoying, but you're going to have to break out, really, to do much more. Speaking of, it's your turn. You're currently
Well, I've
restrained.
only got one action I can do.
You can still attack and stuff. Just keep in mind that you will be the disadvantage for most things right now.
Yeah, and that's the problem because I'm the only one who can actually get Cat back up, as far as I'm aware.
You can reach down and apply the healing hands if you want to.
I don't think anybody else can. But that's my action, so I will be just restrained for the next turn and can't really help.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because I'm not sure how I did I would have even done an opportunity attack. I couldn't have. Thankfully, I missed.
No, you can still. When you're restrained, it just means disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha, yeah. Right, yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm having to expend my last bit of lay on hands points to, unparalyze Cat.
Okay, so Cat, your poisoned condition disappears, and with it goes the paralyzed condition.
Thank you.
And then
Okay.
I've got a bonus action available.
Which I don't think you can do anything with currently, other than maybe cast Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I think I can do. Their actions. I can't obviously do that because I'm incapacitated in effect. So I can't do that as a bonus action. I can't shove anything. And I think I've got to hold on to that. There's spell points, so nothing. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn.
Just check.
So, Brood Tender on its turn is going to do... It's going to check to see if its web has recharged. It has. So it's going to shoot its web at probably Romulus it's more scared of, so... That is a 11 to hit. No. As it shoots the web, you kind of, with your maul, kind of slide out of the way as the webbing shoots overhead, missing entirely, and it's going to attempt to skitter up and around and past. So that's an opportunity attack from both K and Romulus. K, I believe, has already made his opportunity attack against this trapper here. So Romulus, it's...
as well, didn't he?
not against the trapper, no.
No, the other trapper.
No, that was
That
last
was
turn he moved
last
in.
turn. He's had a
Yeah.
chance.
I'm back.
Okay. So Romulus, you get an attack of opportunity from there, if you're back.
I think.
Or is he still... No, he's still away. Okay. So he gets an attack of opportunity against the Broodtender. That is a 6 plus his modifiers. I don't know what his modifiers are. What's the Broodtender's AC? 12? Yeah, he hits with proficiency and stuff. Okay. So we're doing 2d6. I'll say for the sake of him not being here, it will be subdue damage. 7 plus 5 is 12. Yeah, that's knocked out. Alright. Alright, the Broodtender has been knocked out just outside of Romulus's range, as he otherwise dodges the webbing, spins around, and as it tries to escape over top, takes a swing with the maul and knocks it down to the ground, pinning it to the ground as it's unconscious now. Okay. End of its turn. K, you are up.
Okay.
The Broodtender is unconscious here.
How high is that thing?
The Blight Spider? It
Yeah.
had to come down to attack Romulus, so it's about 5 feet off the ground at the moment.
Okay.
5-10 feet at most, and Vinny's within range just about, and so is Damian.
Leap on an entangled Damian.
I guess I'll finish off this spider.
It is currently concealed within its lair, so it has the trap door closed over the top of it.
I will attack through that door. Actually, you know what? No. I am... Just to make it easier to be able to hit the thing, I guess I will... I will... I will try and be on the forge here,
Okay.
kind of like hiding myself,
Uh-huh.
and using my... I will hold my action to, when this thing comes out, pounce on it. Like a cat.
Okay. Is this with the intent for damage, or is this an intent to restrain it, or...
I remember it being hurt, so I'm going to do an intent with damage.
Okay.
Because it... If it goes down, then I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay.
And it will also be subdue damage.
Okay. End of turn. No spiderlings on that. Vinny, you are up. The way before you is now more clear than it was earlier, and the Blight Spider is still there. It's still in the rough same place, but yeah. Wait, hold on. I forgot to add the Blight Spider to the initiative order, didn't I? Did I just skip
You
its
did
turn?
indeed.
I did. It's underneath K. Blight Spider's turn. It's going to take an attack versus Damian. Because Damian's restrained. That's right, it does get to do stuff. So it's going to stay where it is. It's going to take a bite against you. That is a... For the Blight Spider, I believe that's 21 to hit.
Nice. That definitely hits then. If that is the case.
I need to check what its to hit is. Oh! Wait, no, that's the giant Blight Spider. I want the smaller one.
Wait,
21 to hit, yes. You saw one of the big ones earlier.
okay, cool.
Yeah, the elf person was had one behind them.
Oh.
Okay, so that hits on a 21 to hit. You take 3 points of piercing damage, and I'd like you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, I will attempt to do so.
Okay.
Oh well, that's stuffed.
Total?
9.
9, that is a fail, so you will take 9 points of poison damage. Additionally, please mark down that you have 1 point in Spider Blight.
Oh, what the hell? Where am I putting that?
Just note it down somewhere on your character sheet.
I guess I'm
Ah,
putting
he's
it...
becoming Spider-Man.
We'll call it a personal treasure.
I wouldn't call it a treasure. Well, actually, no, it depends. If you get it right, then yeah.
Spider-Man.
I don't really know where else to put it, so I'm just putting it in my bio in an empty box.
Okay, so. Okay, noted. Your skin begins to itch.
Brilliant.
Okay. Alrighty then. So, with that is the Blight Spider's turn. Just to be annoying, I'm going to say the Blight Spider is actually going to move away from you, Vinny, seeing as it saw you were trying to attack it. It's going to have you come down here with it.
Okay.
You will get an attack of opportunity when it does that, though, if you want to make that.
Mm-hmm.
It will still have its half cover.
Absolutely love to.
And you still have your sneak attack to potentially do. Maybe moving it may have been a bad idea.
Turn.
That hits. 6 plus...
+4, so 10.
10?
Damage.
Boo! Alright, there goes its 10 hit points. It's not
Finally get a good hit off.
As it tries to flee, trying to draw you down lower into the nests below, it otherwise slumps to the ground unconscious, with its head and abdomen sliced open.
Yeah, see my opportunity in the last instant as it leaves my reach, and like go low and reach out and just slash through.
As
Okay,
your scimitar slices through, please note down that your scimitar is currently poisoned.
Okay.
This means when you attack a creature, you will deal 3d6 poison damage to it, because you have killed it.
Oh, wow.
If it fails the con save of 11, then you will deal 3d6 poison damage to it.
Hey, look, I'm entangled. Now's your opportunity.
As a general note, I will say, because you know that Kay has been fighting here, these creatures are not immune to poison. So note that down, that when you make an attack with the scimitar, you may choose to do it with your poisoned or unpoisoned one. If you use both weapons, so an action and bonus action, then you have to have used it with one of them. And that trait will disappear after you do damage the first time with it. So, use it wisely.
Duly noted.
That feels like you need to save it for the next chamber.
You can use it whenever. I mean, so long as there's blight spiders or a source of whatever this toxin is, you can keep poisoning your weapons.
Rude.
It would have to be a slashing or piercing weapon, but yes. Okay. End of the spider's turn. It now goes back to Vinny, whose turn it is now. Currently, Damian has webbing on him and a single spiderling that's currently just biting into his... I'll say biting into his head.
Nice.
It's ruffling up his hair and biting into his scalp, leaving tiny puncture marks, which will swell up over the next few days.
Okay. So what's the situation with this difficult terrain?
You can slide down onto it, and it will just use your normal... it will use 10 feet of movement to go onto it, and then you can jump off of it as and when. It just makes it harder to come down the slope.
Okay. Yeah, if I slide down here, then can I try and attack this spiderling on Damian?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll attack with my non-poisoned one. Feels like a bit of a waste.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. K is on the other side, I believe, so this would give you flanking. Not like it's going to matter versus that thing's AC, and it's 2 hit points. It is dead. Alright.
Cool. It was 13 total damage.
Yes.
By the way.
Enough overkill. I'll say with that, actually, as you slice down, you deftly slice down, slicing through not only, or slicing across and down, not only the spiderling, but the webbing that is otherwise entangling Damian. Because the only thing left is this one spider, trapper spider, that's not having a good day.
It's about to be trapped.
Yeah, you're going to go over and close the door on it. Oh, the best use of the arcane lock spell.
Oh, wow.
Trap a spider inside its home. Because you know that thing's never going to get out because it ain't got the strength to push open its door. Oh, that would just be mean. Anyway.
Right, so I've used 10 feet on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will Are there eggs over here?
There are, but you can
Trying to
again
avoid
use. You can be slow by going over. Some of them were crushed by the difficult terrain, so you've only got a few rolls to worry about. But moving slowly won't be an issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess stay here since I can't get past anyone easily.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I try and jump over Cat, which I feel like she might not appreciate.
No. Okay. You note the webbing that goes down and goes deeper into the tunnel.
Okay. Is this way blocked off right now?
Nope. That it just keeps going down because that goes into the next map.
Okay.
Just the trapper spider to kill.
Right, so I will wait here then.
Okay. With that being the end of your turn, Cat, you are up, and you can do stuff. You feel, as Damian lays his hand on you, and you feel the energy... Oh, actually, no. Given that he's been standing up and covered in webbing, as he nudges you with his foot, as the lay on hands goes through, the magic soars through you, and you feel the poison lifted, almost like a bad smell, as it peels off of your body, and you can feel your muscles begin to move again.
I did not enjoy that. Did I gain the 5 HP as well?
Nope.
No, I didn't. It's just the poison removal.
Just cured
literally
poison.
Just to heal your poison.
Mhm.
Okay. No, that's good to know. That's good to know. I wasn't too sure of the two. Okay, I will get back up.
Okay.
Yes, you will.
And as that one behind me was the one, or this guy down here was the one that bit me in the ass, I'm gonna take the dodge action. If it comes charging me again, I am gonna dodge badly because there's not much room. But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay. Doing that, Romulus, are you back? Harlan? Romulus would do what Romulus would do. He would tiptoe carefully over as to not spawn more things, and then he's going to shove his maul into the hole of the trapper. Not recklessing because he needs to be careful. That's a natural 1.
That's not careful.
That
sounds like Romulus, to be honest.
That does sound like Romulus. Okay, well, Trapper's going to use its reaction to make an attack roll against him. Misses. So as the two of them exchange non-existent air blows, Romulus is then going to try and do what Romulus would do and pin the trap door closed with his horns so that Kay can do stuff. Opposed athletics check. That's more like Romulus. Yeah, okay. The trapdoor is currently pinned closed by Romulus's horns. And the spider can't do anything because its home is there. Alright. Romulus's go. Trapdoor spider is going to attempt to break free. He's going to do an athletics check versus Romulus. That's cocked. Okay, that is a 16 on its part. Oh, it beat Romulus's 12.
Oh, no.
It is no longer pinned. It spent its action to do so, though. Alright, next. Skip. Damian. You're up.
Right, do I know about this? Oh, I guess Romulus has moved in that direction. So
Yeah, you do.
Right, I guess I'm moving into this space. I don't actually know which space Romulus is currently in.
He'll be in this one. I'll say he's in this one here, because he has to be next to it. So I can say you can be here or something.
I'm going to attack it with my mace.
Alright, make me an attack roll. It just burst the door open on its concealed lair, so you can see it quite happily.
Sorry, Kay, if I do actually squish it.
Hits. Doing 3 plus...
3... That's 6 bludgeoning.
6 damage. Ooh!
Probably got it on like 1 hit point.
You have. It is on a hair of health.
That's superb.
Okay. Okay.
Can I use a bonus action to shove it back into its lair?
Create a new cover for its lair with your shield. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Oh, wait, hang on. Another thing sensible. I was thinking if I pushed it... Oh, I guess it wouldn't work. Can I not, like, push it against the edge of its lair?
Want to pin it?
Yeah, try and pin it. Or,
okay.
Or
Give me an athletics check. I already rolled, because I thought this would be what you'd be trying to do, so that's a 19 on my part.
Oh, wow.
I rolled well.
What's this in athletics?
It's athletics +2.
+2.
It's got +2.
Oh, okay. So I've got to roll a 15 or higher. Flipping hell.
Ah, close but not quite. As you try and shove it back into its hole, it's quickly like shimmying from side to side, using what small tunneling claws it has to try and pull away to either side to stop you from really pinning it in. All right, Kay, you're up.
Poke.
Poke. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Are you subduing it, or just?
I will say, given the number of people that are here, go ahead and roll, and you'll consider having flanking because of how many people are here. It's pinned into
yes,
a hole. It's got people on either side of it.
I
Yeah.
am subduing.
Okay, it has 1 hit point. Don't bother rolling damage. It's unconscious. Okay.
I bit it, by the way.
Okay. Combat is seemingly over for the time being.
I need more lunging bites. That's what I need.
Okay, I have concerns.
Oh.
Well, so what have we done once we've returned? We have cleared 3 chambers, although 1 chamber didn't need clearing. There are, in theory, 3 other chambers that are going to be full of spiders, like right next to Romulus, myself, and Kay. Also, Romulus apparently desperately needs healing.
I think everybody does.
I think everybody does. Well,
I don't recommend trying to push on with any speed. I think we should.
no, I recommend healing people, but I'm. Oh, God, this is a nightmare. Kat, what have you got available?
I'm just looking.
Because I need to
Right
ask
now, I have 2 weak heal runes and 1 free rune of healing. But my healing is very inefficient.
Yeah, well, the problem is all I've got are 2 healing potions. Oh, I had a potion of antitoxin. But, meh.
Well, I
now
think we should try and
find
take
out.
we should try and take a rest then.
If we can, I'm just concerned if anything decides to come in this way whilst we're trying to do it. So I guess if we can go back up. No, we got.
Can't go up that way either.
No, we'd have to do it and do it really carefully because I'm assuming there's still some spiders' eggs.
There are still spider eggs around the room, yeah. You know that they are vibration sensitive, so you can be quiet and still, but if a combat were to break out, it's possible they might start hatching again.
Right, so I guess what we'll have to do is a short rest and hope nothing in this room actually, like, hurt us by some blooming miracle. In which case I recommend probably congregating somewhere at the back with the people who got the least hit points to walk behind those who have hit points. And I think that's just me, really. I think I might be the only person who's not bloodied.
Yeah,
I'm not
if I'm
blooded
wrong.
anymore. 'cause you
Okay,
healed
so,
me pretty
so
well.
Vinny and I will have to act as meat shields. And protect you three? Question mark?
If we're not doing anything, if we're actually gonna stop here.
Yeah, we're going to stop here, but we nevertheless, people could come from the chamber that we never cleared on both times we've been through. That's why I'm saying it would be best to position ourselves in a way so that if something does come through while we're trying to do a short rest, Vinny and I can try and deal with it.
Okay. Cat's not moving. She's not even gonna bother getting up. She's just gonna stay laid down at that point.
Well, you already got up, but yeah.
Oh, have
Yeah,
I? Oh,
you have.
okay.
Yeah, because you said you got
Right.
up to dodge, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes. Yes, I have. Well, I'm just gonna stay still, so as I don't set off eggs.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of, I'm gonna tiptoe off of this lot of eggs that I was on.
Okay. I'll move the brew tender over and I'll say that you can either shift it and or sit next to it. So if you're taking a short rest, I would like everybody to position themselves around the room accordingly.
Well, I'm going to protect Cat, I suppose.
Okay.
and then-
Blight Spider was
One minute.
killed, wasn't it? Yeah, Blight Spider was
Yes.
killed, so I need to remove
So
that one.
I am able to harvest that one.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a survival check, please, Kay.
Ooh, wow.
since Romulus isn't here, can I get him to assist me?
I'll say yes,
think
but knowing
it's-
Romulus, he'll want samples. So he'll want
Yeah.
bits.
He can have some bits. I just want to be able to have a decent amount to be able to eat.
Okay.
Spiders aren't really
What is a black
capable of
spider?
making too many things to be able to eat,
Awesome.
but
Go
we'll
ahead.
see. One game, please. Yes!
Natural 20. You
That
begin
is-
to cut through it. What with?
What I am going to do is I'm going to sharpen my fingers
Okay,
into into like
scalpels.
scalpel things. Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen what a scalpel looks like. So yeah.
Okay. As you do so and you begin to work on it, after you get past the first layer of chitin, you begin to note that there is almost small green lumps on the interior of its skin and respiratory system. You begin to note a lot of where there would be like what you're used to being like light pinkish, orange, and sometimes reddish, almost not necessarily veins, but areas of plasma which is moved around the body for the ease of transfer of various nutrients, are black.
Apologies for being gone for so long.
That's fine. As you are otherwise cutting through it, you note this, and you begin to note that the edges of your scalpels are beginning to slightly, not necessarily sting, but tingle. You may press on with this natural 20 if you wish, but you have avoided any certain danger if you wish to stop. If you press on, you will get results, but you will suffer potentially spider blight and some damage. If you wish to hold off, you will not suffer any of those, but you will be aware of what parts you could potentially harvest should you wish to use an external thing such as a dagger.
How well can I get the tip of my tail into being kind of like a scalpel? Is that feasible?
I'll say that's feasible.
Technically, my tail is kind of sort of magical, so I think it might be able to work with it.
How is it magical?
Because
A road or branch.
it's etching.
Oh, it's
etched.
etching. Okay.
Yeah,
in which
it's etched.
In which case, then yes, I will allow that. Using your tail instead, I'll say, carrying on from the natural 20, you have the inspiration to use your tail, and the tingling does not happen. You begin to cut away at it, and you begin to take out one of the venom sacs, which is covered in kind of these blackish veins and small green nodules. The other one is destroyed from Vinny's attack. And it has no webbing capabilities. Other than that, the rest of its flesh is kind of sickly and almost damaged.
I'm interested about this thing. Well, I suppose I have I can't necessarily eat the venom sac, can I?
You could try.
Is there anything you would be sufficient with that isn't the venom sac, Mr. Romulus?
What was that?
Oh yes, Romulus, you were helping Kay dissect the blight spider.
Right.
You're rolling a natural 20 to prevent any form of disease contamination or anything.
Oh my god! Wow. So what was your question there?
Would you be? Yeah. It was mentioned that you would probably want some bits from the thingy. Is there anything that you would be sufficient in taking instead of the venom sac from this thing? Because I would like to try and eat it.
That seems like a terrible idea, but I suppose venom isn't necessarily poisonous. Right. Can I give this thing a look over and see what parts of it that I would think to be worth my time in terms of like either creating something or bringing back to the Cataloguers Guild?
The only thing would be the venom sac. If you're trying to catalog it, if you're trying to use it for parts, the venom sac is the only thing that really appreciates that mention. If you're looking for things to send to the catalogers in regard to this, the whatever blight that this is across the surface of the interior of the spider as well as the exterior is potentially noteworthy and mentionable.
Okay. Then I will simply, using some disposable tools, scrape some of that black, blighty ichor out of this thing.
Okay.
I'll put that in one of my many vials and/or jars.
Okay. I'll say with the natural 20 and from the help of Kay, being able to cut a slice of it away and kind of peeling it off and lifting it with the tail scalpel, it is placed into a vial and you seal the vial shut. Okay.
And other than that, I would like to actually grab a little bit of meat, even though it kind of looks all sickly and stuff.
Okay.
It might be interesting to test, I should say.
Okay. Also, you store that. Okay.
Good.
Are you taking a short rest with the rest of your companions?
Yes.
Okay.
I definitely need it.
Okay.
12 HP.
So, you are all taking a short rest. So, I would like, unanimously across everyone, a stealth check, please. If you would have disadvantage, ignore it.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, come
good. Are we like aiming for a combined total? So
This is a number of successes versus number of fails. But in this instance, it's your remaining still on purpose, so there's no disadvantages or anything.
wow. How am I rolling that?
That was a 9, wasn't it, Sudz? And then it
Yeah.
turned? Yeah.
This was a 9.
Okay. And Romulus, you want to roll for me?
I will swap it back to a 9. There we go.
Yeah. And this is just a stealth check. So, Kat, what did you get?
11.
11.
Oh.
Fail. Damian.
Natural 20.
Oh. Damian, what did you get?
16.
16. Pass. Kay.
15.
Pass. Vinny.
16.
Pass. Romulus got natural 20. 2 successes.
Mhm.
5 successes versus 1 fail. So overall, your rest will have no modifiers in terms of its random encounter.
You question mark.
Your rest goes by without problem.
Right.
Praise be.
So, go ahead and spend what hit dice you want, restore what resources you would get back on a short rest, and Kat, you said you were going to use your arcane recovery, so you get that back.
Yes.
Cool, so you use that, so you gain spell points back.
How many do I get? Is it
I think
free?
It should say with the arcane recovery, I believe it's equal to half of your level?
Will it be in my core?
I think you would usually get a number of spell slots back equal to half your level, but because we don't use spell slots, we're using spell points.
3 SP. Yep.
3 SP, there you go.
So I
Okay.
don't get anything back.
That
All I
takes
can do is
me
heal
to-
myself. Brilliant.
That's.
You'd be able to use your channel divinity if you haven't used it in order to sync that into some spell points, and then you regain that over the short rest.
So that would get me what, 2 back?
2 back, yeah.
Cool, I will do that.
Yeah.
That will make sense.
Yeah, that's
Hit
the little
die
trick
for
you can do.
me.
And Romulus, if you haven't used your second wind, now would be the chance to do so.
Hit
Yes,
die,
I will be
please,
taking
6.
advantage of the opportunity.
Okay.
Probably
So,
Damian,
these-
over the course of this short rest, as you're otherwise sat there, you begin to feel kind of the itch still beginning to go through you as you are beginning to scratch.
Yeah,
Now-
isn't it-
Remind me, when do you get divine health?
What?
I thought he already has it.
The divine health should be one of your abilities, which protects you against disease, does it not?
Hang on, bear with me. Right, I've just rolled 2, so I only get like 2 hit points back, so that was useless.
You can spend as many hit die as you want, so...
Yeah, I'm not
Divine health
sure.
is 3rd level.
3rd level. Okay. Your divine health will help you with the recovery of this disease, but not protect you from it.
It's immune to disease, but it doesn't help me. Cool.
Correct. As the first level of Spider Blight dictates that you lose all immunity or resistance to disease and poison damage.
Brilliant.
Oh, isn't that kind of the
There's a reason for this.
bullshit?
I know, but it's the way that it's supposed to be.
I know. It's just I always hate that thing, like in a game where it's like,
It's like,
oh,
yeah,
you're immune to this, except for this specific thing. But wait, you can become immune to that, but except with this specific thing, and then like it keeps going on. I'm just like, ah.
So basically, the only effect that it's done is that I don't have divine health any longer until I somehow get healed of this.
You lose divine health for the purpose of this, yes. But your divine health will still help you recover from this. So the next time you take a long rest, you won't have to roll, it just succeeds.
Oh, okay. So once
So
I
you'll-
can actually take a long rest, I'll get rid of the 1 point that I've got. But of
Yes.
course, if I acquire more, it'll probably be worse.
Yeah, you will still begin to recover from it. It just means that you don't have to roll. You just automatically succeed every single time. So it means that if you do get infected, it won't last long for you. Whereas for other people, it can get worse.
Gotcha.
For you, you can never fail, and it can never progress on its own. It has to be from an external source.
That's more like it.
Okay. So,
Oh,
you've all used your hit die that you want to use, Cat?
Hmm? Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Romulus, you've used all the hit die you want to use?
I very much have not. I forgot
Oh, go ahead and start doing that
to
now.
roll those.
Um,
I have fighter levels and barbarian levels.
You have 4 levels.
What do I roll? What hit dice do I roll?
Fighter levels.
You have 1 fighter level and you have 3 barbarians. So you would have 3 d12s and 1 d10 to use.
I'll do a d12 first of all.
oh? Is that how?
So that's 12.
Yeah, but sorcerer and wizard have the same, so you don't have to worry.
Oh,
And then bard
I'll
and
roll 2 of these.
Yeah.
D12s.
and bard and rogue have the same, so there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Action back to full.
Okay. So everyone's all rested up?
I
Mm-hmm.
think so.
Okay. I will let you converse on what you would like to do next. I'm going to take this opportunity to quickly be right back.
Run down the corridor screaming.
I say we
I'm
unleash
still here.
fireball.
Choose that in a minute.
We need to get the Jade and leave.
Are we just
I
ignoring?
say we unleash fireballs.
You want us to go into here and get the Jade?
If necessary. Alternatively, large amounts of fire.
But you want the Jade.
I want the Jade.
So
We've
we're
come
going
this
to
far.
this chamber here.
That
We-
is presumably the intention.
We do have a bunch of torches.
What? So you're just thinking of setting fire to the chamber, and then when the fire burns out, which will probably consume all the oxygen in the dungeon,
Well,
we're then
look,
going to get the Jade.
I
say
don't
we
think the
just go
fire's going to be
around
that big.
setting everything on fire. Kay has now become a fire maniac. It is time to set the world on fire. Starting with Damian.
Of
Hey, I
I'm
don't know
gonna
if
be
you
right back.
noticed, but you've changed. You've changed over the last 2 rooms of this dungeon.
I mean,
Kay has changed a lot in this dungeon entirely.
This
mean,
dungeon
hey,
has changed
actually
me.
subduing spiders and then no sod it, burn them all to hell.
Honestly, cats slowly and surely become more and more aggressive. Joking, she's not. Well, she feels like it is.
So,
She's-
Are we going in there, or are we
What would
setting
you like to
fire
do?
to it? I just wish to clarify this.
We're going down, down, down into the depths of hell of spiders.
okay, you are leaving the unconscious trapdoor and brood tender here?
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
could
don't
kill
want
him.
to. No,
Murder.
stop it.
Murder.
Yeah,
Stop.
it has just occurred to me though. We are knocking all of these out. By the time we get to the bottom and come back up,
Yeah, they're
these
gonna
might
wake
be
up.
awake.
I'm gonna take the brood tender and I'm gonna stuff it back in its hole.
I'm going to say, roll me an athletics check. I'll say advantage to that because you'll be getting help from your party to do this quietly.
Please be careful with them nests.
Just to also just check this bit over
Yes,
here.
fine.
Does that lead down or is that just
Yep,
the end of
that
it?
leads
down.
down.
Second layer.
That leads to the beginning
Of
this
layer
map.
2.
So I recommend if you wanted to get the Jade, and that's all you guys actually want to do.
Well, we also kind of need to clear this area out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It was asked for both. Get the Jade and clear the place out. So
So we got to
Yeah.
go into the chambers regardless.
Now the
because
question
there's
is,
gonna be things
is
in
that
there.
Jade or is that just cabbages?
No, they're Jade, if you remember.
I
they
wasn't here for that, remember?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
then
he
it's
wasn't
You,
there,
Jade.
yeah.
you weren't there player-wise, but your character was. You remember it being Jade on the table. Actually, no, you wouldn't have seen it. It would have been. It's on Kay and Vinny's word, and how trustworthy are they really?
Look, the only thing we need to do is get the Jade and get out.
We have
Everything.
got our mission.
Yes, to get the Jade and get
Oh.
out.
Yeah, but like the pioneers, we've also got to clear this out.
Yes, that's true. Right, well,
onwards and downwards.
if we at least get the Jade, if we do then go down, we'll at least have the Jade if we decide to run back up and give up.
Okay.
Okay. So hang on, you want to go down, or you want to go into the next chamber to get the Jade that Vinny and Kay say exists?
Uh,
Because down could mean here, or it could mean here. That's why I'm asking.
Hey, how stealthy do you feel you could be?
Kay can be very stealthy.
Kay just nabs the Jade, and then we just go down the track onto the second layer.
I
Because
genuinely think that's not a bad
It
idea.
doesn't sound terrible.
No, that's instead of
You're
us all
relying on
barging. How
Sudz's
what's
New Year's dice, though, to roll well.
Look,
Alright,
Kay
alright.
can be stealthy.
You want to do this?
hang on.
This is all rocky terrain, right?
Right, if I put that
What
in
is?
for a second.
The
15, 20, 25.
area, this entire place is rock, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm perfectly fine because I can use a biological resilience to get the advantage in rocky terrain stealth check things.
Okay.
Hey, hang on a second. Let me just.
It
look
is
at
my
this.
last one, but I am willing
remember-
to use it.
How many did you have? You get 2 normally, don't
I
you?
had 2.
So you would have recovered one over the short rest because you healed using hit dice.
No, I'm talking about it's my last use of the rocky terrain.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that point,
If I remember correctly, you still have
Okay.
Grick parts though, so you can get it permanently.
Yeah, I can. I just haven't had the chance to actually
Make
sit down
sandwich.
and have a. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
in that case, okay, if you can get 4, great. Don't push it too hard. I will cast Detect Forts. Oh, I'll put Detect Forts into my thing and cast it. If you get into trouble, think help.
Okay, so you put detect thoughts into your thing. Go ahead and roll me a d6 to see how many you have. Or d3 to see how many you have. But yeah. And does this take you below half? So you have 3
6.
uses. And does this take you below half?
No, it doesn't now because I've used the Arcane Recovery.
Okay, but you are still casting a 2nd level spell by casting one of those runes. So go ahead and roll me a d20.
Apologies. I am back.
Welcome back.
Which way am I going? I'm supposed to be going to there? Or
Yes.
am I going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me your wild magic,
Okay.
please, Cat.
Do not
Oh
be
God, where am I?
fireball.
That would be hilarious.
Nope. you're good.
18, we're okay.
Alright. I will be using one of my 2 biological resilience to use my increased stealth in rocky terrain.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll with advantage if you're sneaking into this room.
I am going to be sneaking into that room.
Okay. Total?
That is a 18.
18. Okay. Moving into the room, slowly and stealthily. I'm going to say go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check to avoid all the webbing. If you touch the webbing, then you might cause a vibration, but again, you will still uphold your stealth check. So it's 18 that I'm worried about. And depending on what happens here. Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's with a +6.
Easily enough. Like a cat burglar going in to steal the crown jewels. Kay, to nobody's knowledge or sight of this, otherwise disappears off into the shadows, going in as a otherwise grey and brown coloration to his fur. He otherwise sneaks in with the darkness of his cloak, crawling along the floor through the around the webbing, finding whatever hole you can find to scurry through. You see spiders in this chamber. Notably, you see what look to be trapdoor spiders currently waiting for a sign of something. Their eyes looking in your direction, but not wary of your presence. You also see what looks to be a brood tender off to the corner over here, currently waiting and watching. I'll say go ahead and roll me an investigation check to see what you can come back with.
Investigation. Nope.
Natural 1. In this instance, as you approach the table, you note that the box at the back, which was containing all the jade, has been removed. Quite possibly due to your last incident when you came in here, the elven figure has removed it.
Alright, I will go back then.
Okay.
Since there's nothing here.
Okay. You return to the rest of your party.
It's all gone.
Wait, are you sure there was actually Jade there? Because...
Yes, I saw it.
Looked at Vinny.
They even showed me what Jade looked like.
They did, they held it up. They did, it's just none of you could see the dark vision except for Kate and Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vinny?
me. I would. Oh, yeah. I had Jeff at that point.
Oh yes, you would have seen it as well, sorry, yeah.
Chat? Vinny? What's that?
There was.
I saw it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you not believe me?
Gaslighting Kay.
I mean, to be frankly honest, I don't know where you are half the time, so I'm concerned about basically everything about you.
I'm actually behind you.
I know, exactly. This is the
You're
whole point.
facing the wrong.
I'm over here.
Yeah, I just remember Kay being here for ages, so I'm just looking that way.
Okay.
Right, well, I
Alright.
guess we continue down.
Yep.
I guess.
There's no Jade here, so we have to go down.
Okay. Continuing on, what would you say your marching order is?
Kay is gonna go first because he has this for an hour.
Okay.
I've got a source of light, and so does Cat. Does anybody want to like take up the rear and I actually be a tank for once and be behind Kay?
I can take up the rear, so I have my dark vision.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we've got Vinny
So
at the back.
I'll go behind Kay.
Okay.
So I'm second.
Romulus and Cat, where would you like to be in the mix?
That
Whatever is
actually
least
looks not too bad.
obtrusive.
Okay.
And then Kay's wherever Kay just disappeared.
Okay, and Kay is near the front. So, I'll say, as you're coming down the shaftway here, Kay, you are up ahead, I assume, scouting?
Yes.
Cutting
I'm
webs
scouting.
or moving through them?
I am going to, because I want to be as stealthy as possible so that I can have a heads up if we run into anything. I am not cutting the webs. I
Okay.
am leaving them for other people to deal with.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check with advantage and then an acrobatics check for the avoidance of the webs.
I'm just gonna scout ahead and then leave the person who smashed every single web possible open and caused the problem last time.
It's mainly just so that he doesn't get spotted if he's cutting
I know
webs.
what he's doing. I'm just loving it.
Okay, so stealth is
16.
16 and the acrobatics check? Yeah, easily enough.
Yeah.
You move through nice, stealthy and quietly. As you're moving through, the light is behind you and is giving a general view of the area. Your passive perception picks up on what looks to be light coming from here before it begins to get smothered by Damian's light. And you note that there is a small hole on the underside of a bunch of webbing that was seemingly covering a wall section but as you look at it more closely, you note that it is a hole leading through, another ledge leading downwards, it seems.
I would like to investigate the ledge. I'm not going down.
Okay.
I'm just going to investigate the ledge and see what I can see.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, yes!
Okay. Before Damian's light catches up, you begin to see the interior of this larger chamber. You see, sat at the base of, or in the middle of what looks to be a circle of candles, is this otherwise large and open chamber. The candles otherwise illuminating the room itself, you note that there are a bunch of holes along the interior of this room. What look to be pockmarked chips where things have been carved away, possibly jade being removed from a vein. You see that the webbing in this room is far lighter than it has been in other areas, outside of the tunnels that seem to lead elsewhere. One across the way, the one that you can look down through, and the one that's up and above to your left, which you can see with the lighting is another ledge. You see a few clusters of eggs around the room, what look to be 2 carry carts, which are currently filled with rubble. The individual in question currently sits cross-legged, eyes closed, hand on top of the book, which you can see is otherwise floating with light green magic travelling up to their hand. Their other hand is poised over a bowl and their palm is gently bleeding into it. The individual is muttering to themselves. Do you understand Elvish?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
So you don't know what they are saying. Your friends are smashing webs up behind. I would like a stealth check from the rest of the party, please. Again, this will be with disadvantage for Damian, because obviously heavy armor and you're not staying still this time.
Yeah, I'm not. I was going. Hang on. So, okay, we're gonna do that. Did you say I was smashing the webs behind or not?
If you're going to be going through them, then yes, you'll be smashing the webs in order to get past.
Ah. So, like, there's no way to actually go through them without breaking them.
No.
Right,
Not
well,
easily.
We're too big.
For me, it's possible because I'm small.
you're
Yes,
small.
yeah,
That's
he
actually
can tuck through the
very-
gaps and such, yeah.
Okay, that answers the question I was going to sort of do, but that's fine. I don't need to
Okay,
worry
and
about
Romulus, if you could roll me the stealth check as well. And this will be successes versus failures here. So, Cat,
it. Well, that's
16.
16. Against the Silk Spinner, that is a pass. Damian,
So I'm rolling this as well.
5.
5.
Those are two
Failure.
Idiot, man.
Vinny,
No,
Ah.
my rolls were going to run out at some point with stealth, let's be honest.
Vinny.
Yeah, 8, unfortunately.
8 failure, and Romulus, that's a natural 1, so 2 failures. 4 failures versus 1 success. Kay, you are still thankfully very well stealthed, but as your party begins to move up, you can hear them, and so does the figure currently sat in the circle. As you note that their head twists and their eyes glance in your direction, but they don't seem to see you, blending in colour for colour. As they look up in that direction, you note that they otherwise take or lift the dagger with the other hand and slice their palm further that begins to bleed more, as they then proceed to pour it into the pool in front. As you hear them muttering more in Elvish, you don't know what they're saying. As this happens, you watch as the blood trickles into what looks to be now, what you can just about see from this angle, is what looks to be a green ichor or slime. Very much similar to the slime which covers the eggs themselves, or looks very reminiscent of the blight spider ichor. As they do this, you watch as the blood begins to congeal near the centre of the pool itself, the rest of the party arriving. Is there anything you wish to do?
I want to watch and see what happens,
Okay.
but I also want to tell them that there's a person here.
I'll just do that, because that'll be able to see.
Oh, Vinny's at the back. I was about to say, I've got a suggestion of what you could do with non-vocal communication, but I guess if Vinny's at the back, that's probably unlikely. because I'm assuming. Have you got the thieves talk thing? With him?
Oh, 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 oh. I think in my mind, because of the
Detect
detect
thoughts.
thoughts, silk spinner in area to the right, pouring blood in pool of slime.
Okay.
1, 2. Ooh.
Okay, you hear this.
Hey, technically the silk spinner's in range, isn't he? 30 foot.
Yeah, so you'd be able to pick up on that.
What's his surface force, or its surface force?
You... You begin to pick up on the general vibes that they are otherwise speaking and or thinking of mentioning. As you pick up, come on, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, I need to get this done before they show up. I've got trouble.
Okay. Guys, there's a silk spinner in that room. Where Kay is, there's anything I found on point. We need to charge it right now. Right now. Disturb him, distract him, stop him. He's trying to get something done.
Alright, I hear this. I suppose I hear this. I'm charging in to take the blood bowl, to take the blood bowl, the bowl of blood.
I would like to commit a fastball special.
I'm going in to steal the bowl.
You're going in to steal the bowl.
Yes.
Okay.
He does not know that I am here, so I should be able to have advantage.
Okay. Give me just a sec. So.
I think in the meantime we're advancing up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll say you're
putting a hand
advanced.
out.
I'll say you're
Definitely.
advancing up. I'll just do that for the sake of where people would be and such. Okay. No. Unfortunately. Okay. In the instance you otherwise slide down, the individual, I'll say, roll me another stealth check. This one will not be with advantage because it would be disadvantage because you're moving quickly, plus the rest of this.
Oh, come on. Why did it spin like that? I don't like when it does that.
So what's the total?
Anyone got any inspiration they can throw at this? Through the power of us being very distracting and loud.
Stealth, that's a 8 because it has to spin around in circles instead of
8.
actually
Okay.
roll.
The individual notices you, and as that happens, the individual goes and their hand instinctively reaches for the knife. As they do so, they splatter blood across the stone, and you watch as the blood that's in the pool goes wrong. They instinctively curse in Elvish, to which Cat you pick up as a curse word, one of those adult words you've so sorely heard so much about. As the individual turns to do so, but then hesitates, as the two of you hesitate in this instance. There is a flash of light that otherwise covers through the room. The candles all wash shut as you hear a splash in the ooze next to it. As Kay, you look over and you see a figure. Rebecca, if you would do so kind as to describe Kirv for us, please. As you are pulled from wherever you are, and you feel your feet land in this dark, almost murky green liquid or ooze, with trickles of red covered throughout. As you just land, you see an elvish figure sat atop, hand bleeding, and then what looks to be a rat person standing next to them.
Now that's what I call a curveball.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's begun already.
If he didn't say it, I was going to.
Oh, man. How does Kirv react?
Has anyone seen a goose?
Literally, all I can hear in my mind, 'cause I've still got detect thoughts up. Just literally, all I know is Kay's gone into charge. Kay's like, "God, get this done." The guy's panicked, and then all I hear is another thought. Has anyone seen a goose?
Indeed.
Kay speaks up. What's a goose?
Right.
The elfin figure. The elfin figure at this point is going to scramble and disengage and try and run away. At this point,
Can I use my reaction to try and snag his book from him?
I'm going to say this will be a contest of initiative here, which we'll roll, and we'll probably do only the first turn because it is quarter 2. But might as well.
Yeah. I want to snag his book from him.
All right, so I'd like everyone to roll initiative for me, please. So yeah, this is going to be fun. And if I remember correctly, yeah, you were going to go yellow, so I will put your dice down here in Infernal's area. There you go. There are yours. And I believe you need D10.
Wait, which colour? Where am I?
You'll be yellow.
Yeah, but where's my... Oh, in the red
in
section.
in the red
Okay.
zone, yeah,
Thank
because
you.
Infernal is absent at the moment, so you get the yellow stuff. All right. All right.
So sorry, which dice am I doing?
D20.
This is D2. Thank you very much.
Yep. And plus your initiative. So, is the first roll a natural
The dice
1?
curse spreads.
No, it's a 4.
Well,
Ah.
gotta start somewhere.
Uh-huh.
So, we have 25 to 20 / Vinny.
You actually caught me this time. That's 24.
I
Caught him.
I got a 21.
God,
Oh, man.
this is going to be a spread of initiatives.
Oh, yes.
Again,
it is.
a 13.
21. 13 on Romulus. Okay, 20 to 15?
16.
16. 15 to 10. 10 to 5? 5 to 0?
3.
3. Oh, oh, that's why I was getting things wrong. I accidentally put Damian as having 24 in his initiative score.
That's not
Rebecca, what did you get?
Okay, a 4. What plus
Plus-
my initiative?
Plus your initiative, so that'd be plus 2.
Which is 2, so 6.
6. Okay. Alright. So, I don't think there's any way I can do this, so I will roll for that. I will roll for my people in a moment. But Vinny, you are up first. As you hear this and Cat is muttering these things, you're aware of this stuff. Granted, there's not much you can do at this current moment. So effectively, you're at the bottom of the initiative order. So if you have anything you wish to do, then
Yeah, I don't suppose there's really enough space to squeeze past around here.
you can probably squeeze past people, yeah, given the space. It'll be difficult terrain, but you could. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll say you can slide down and land on one of these 3 tiles. Or one of these 2 tiles, actually. If you wish to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. I need to quickly roll, because I have one of you, and one of you. So you rolled us that, you got that, and you got that, as to be expected. So, we have...
And down here, I guess.
you got that, and then Giant got that. It was the other way around. Wolf got that first. So, this one isn't one of my stat blocks I've copy and pasted. So yep, that's fine. While I'm getting up a stat block, would you be alright rolling a d6 for me, please?
Boy.
Love me some D6s.
Yep. Vanilla
3.
dice.
3. Okay, no spider spawns.
Nice.
Okay.
I need to look for a stat block in here that I wasn't ready for. It's on the next page. They have a +3 to their initiative. Okay, cool. That goes
How
there.
do this thing's elbows work?
You put a 50p in.
It's just. I'm looking at the forefront hand on the silk spinner, and
Don't blame
that
me.
can't
That
be right.
don't blame
Blame
me.
the art.
That's the art that's in Xanathar's. Well, not Xanathar's. Mordenkainen's. Oh, Jamie, I apologize in advance in terms of art, but once the OGL goes through, I can't use any of my tiles anymore except for the custom ones. So get ready for Art Central.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just get a
I
load
have
of
a lot more
pieces.
time off now, so.
Just as well. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to roll for the silk spinner. Whoa! Okay, that changes everything.
Of course it does.
Oh,
He rolled a natural 20.
Wow.
yeah, that'd,
Think
that'd,
so.
that'd do
No.
it.
I think you
Re-roll
should have
that.
disadvantage because I doubt Kirv was
Nah.
expected.
So I put him a silk spinner.
If
I
you-
wanted
if
the
you don't try,
book.
don't
Stupid
see.
natural 20.
Yep.
Why is it that I want something and it's just like, nah, screw you? I
Yes,
rolled
you
high,
can.
so this guy rolled higher.
And that's how it works. That's how it works, okay?
I'm chasing this man's down. I'm getting his book.
That's fair. That goes there, and that goes there. Okay, cool. I'll get more tiles for these in a moment. So, Vinny, you otherwise slide down as you note. Sorry to interrupt your turn here. The silk spinner is,
No
go
worries.
is going to have moved over here, and is going to begin heading into the next room over. As he otherwise begins to dart through the webbing, you note that he jumps in a very particular manner through and over. I'll say he's carrying his book with him as he strapped it onto his side and disengaged for his turn. As he is going to shout out in Elvish. Who speaks Elvish here?
I don't.
I do not speak Elvish, but I think I understand Elvish, but really don't.
Okay.
No.
No, common
Just for
sense.
shits and giggles.
What was the related language to Elvish again?
Sylvan.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, but that's only for reading.
I cannot remember where. It
Oh
would
shit!
be.
I actually do know
I think
Sylvan.
core.
Core.
It will be in core. Languages will be at the bottom. I believe you only know Common and Infernal.
Yep. Thank you.
I do know Sylvan. I don't know Elvish, but I do know
No,
Sylvan.
that would help with the reading aspect. It doesn't help with the listening in this instance. The individual shouts something out, and as it does, you watch as a lot of the webs kind of sends out a shockwave of vibrations through the webbing. As it does so,
Over here.
the silk spinner is gonna. Does it have bonus actions that he can do?
The brave
Um,
Sir Robin bravely ran away.
Yep, he ran away.
Brave Sir Robin the Silk Spinner.
Yeah, no, that's his turn. He spent his entire turn running away. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. Alright.
What was he thinking as he ran away?
Shit.
He needs the toilet.
Alright. Vinny, you may resume the rest of your turn.
Okay.
Looking around the
assume-
room, you can see things beginning to move now.
Brilliant.
I will need... What tiles do I need?
None.
I need one of you, and one of you. So I need 2 of each. The initiative order, which I'm going to move over. And you may use these for the initiative order here. Okay, let me just rename them in a moment.
Very large spider.
We've got a blight, a wolf spider, and we have a giant spider.
Oh.
Okay. So, Vinny, in this instance, looking around the room, you get a general cursory glance of what looks to be a giant spider peeking out from the top of this ledge near the roof. You see what looks to be a wolf spider in the corner nearest you, currently creeping out, and what looks to be a blight spider that as he passes moves into his space to block the way.
What a jerk.
Hey.
But you do see what looks to be a fellow tiefling currently submerged in the kind of acidic sludge which is beginning to sizzle with her presence there.
I think I preferred it where I was.
Okay, so this wolf spider is just peeking out here. Can I hit it from here?
You can, yeah, if you wish to.
Okay. I would like to do so then.
Okay.
I will use my poison sword.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Poisoned.
Hits. Ooh, poisoned means you do an extra 3d6. I need to roll for its con save, which it succeeds, so it will take half damage. So 5 added
5
on
poison
to
damage.
15 plus your modifier, which is 4, so it's
19.
24 damage overall, isn't it? 'Cause it's
24 overall, yes. and
20.
the poison.
24 overall. Okay, wolf spider's dead. Alright, in a single slash, your blade slices straight through the head into the main torso of it and otherwise slices it in two as the poison seeps through it and begins to gurgle as you watch as its veins begin to go black. It is dead. Alright, I can remove that straight out of the initiative order. Makes my life easy. Alright.
Okay. You okay down there, new friend?
Did you see that guy? Did he have a goose on him?
I didn't see a goose. I've seen a lot of spiders. Does that help?
Close.
The tasty. They're
Any calling
tasty.
They're tasty.
Tasty. Oh, geese. No, horrid.
They also make excellent slippers.
Romulus, no!
Did you? I can't see him right now, can I?
No, you just
No,
hear
no,
a
yeah,
voice
not
from further up.
There's
I-
another
I
voice
look-
that joins immediately saying they're very good for waterproofing as well.
I sort of try and shout back. Did you steal that goose to make slippers?
I do not currently own a goose.
Alright, Kay, it's your turn.
Time to do it.
Your turn?
It's your turn, Kay.
I'm gonna be a nuisance to the big spider.
Okay.
I'm climbing all over its body and attacking it everywhere.
Alright, go ahead and make me an attack roll. Moving up to it nice and easily, it otherwise creeps down from the main ceiling where it otherwise hangs as you jump, leaping onto it and swinging onto its back. Total to hit?
That is a 14.
Just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 plus 4 plus 2.
7 plus 4 plus 2. Okay, so that would be 13 damage. Okay.
And I'm going onto its back and I'm gonna bite it on the back.
Alright, go for it. As you take your skewer tail and otherwise pierce straight through a portion of its abdomen, right between the bits where the chitin would meet, you otherwise pierce through, and as it attempts to bend, you feel your blade otherwise break and crack some of the chitin as it's not having a good day.
Would that be where the abdomen meets the thorax?
Yes, that bit.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
How much damage on that bite?
The bite does 8 plus 2.
Okay, 10 damage. Okay, this thing is very, very injured now. As you skewer it and then bite into it, you tear a good chunk out of it as it is very much near death and it is beginning to kind of quake in place. I'll say, do you have the web sense or web walker abilities at the moment?
I have web sense, no walker.
Okay, add web walker as one of your options. So you'll be able to walk on webs and ignore the restrictions caused by webbing.
Good.
This also means you will be considered weightless when walking over them as well, so use that to your advantage if you need to.
I 100% will.
You'll
So
find
all
a
you're
way.
saying is if K is on webs and I kick K's momentum will be extreme.
No, his
You said
his
considered weightless.
went
It's
for to the
space.
webs, not to you. No, this is
What
not
I'm
Kerbal.
hearing here is I need to make a sling out of webbing, spin that around really fast.
Kerbal Space Program with K. Send him to the moon. So long as he's still touching the webbing, he'll just have infinite momentum.
Perfect.
K will become the first black hole. Alright. End of K's turn. It is the
I
wolf
mean, he
spider's
already
turn.
devours everything.
Wolf spider is dead. Cat. You are up.
Ah.
You hear fighting and you can sense emotions and thoughts, and you hear the silk spinner otherwise break out of range as he runs away, but you still hear like the strange questions to do with a goose.
I know. Obviously, curiosity is 100% going to get the better here. I am.
Curiosity is going to kill the cat. Is that what you're saying?
Oh.
Oh. So I am going to head down. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I plop down here?
Yeah, sliding down. There's no
while I'm
issues. You just won't be able to go back up.
Okay. While I'm moving, I am casting Sentinel Ward on myself.
Okay.
I am not falling for this trap again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a wild magic dice, please.
Oh no! Yeah.
Fireball!
Fireball!
Hang on.
Oh yeah, that's gonna go well. Cast fireball in the moment you get into that room. The amount of spider baby deaths will be in the thousands.
Give me just 1 second. Hang on. Sentinel
Ward
Ward is
second
second
level.
level, which is 3 points.
3 SP.
Yeah.
Does that go to genocide +5 now?
Well, no, that's right.
You gotta cast fireball first. Come on.
Right. Okay. So I need to roll a d20.
And 2 or under will be mild magic.
Well, it's 3, so I'm
Are you under half?
Oh,
Hold on. Are you under half?
No, that's why I did the spell points first. I am not under half.
You are not
by
under
2
half?
points.
So that is not a wild magic. You're under half. That would have been. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Casting Sentinel Ward, you glide down the stone, and as you do so, the stone begins to otherwise gather up and form kind of this hardened crystal around your torso and shoulders, forming this ward around you. Okay.
Okay. Looks at Kirv. Goose? Literally, that's all you can. Goose? Are you the one, Goose?
As you ask this
Talk to
question,
me, Goose.
the blight spider, which now goes, which you are right next to, is going to lunge straight for you, cat.
Oh, well, has it had its go now then?
It's go now, yeah.
Okay, because I'm using my action for dodge.
Is Sentinel Ward a bonus action?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it'll be a disadvantage.
Damn.
That is a 6 to hit.
Nope.
Nope. Otherwise, lunging towards you, it goes to bite, and it hits the combination of crystal and magic as it bites on and begins to try and tear away, but is unable to really get any real purchase on you. Okay. Blight Spider is then going to back off, back further this way, just to hold the fort a bit more. Okay, Romulus, you're up.
Alright. Well, first port of call. I have 35 points of movement speed, by which I mean feet. How far can I feasibly move with a mixture of running, jumping, and general athletic movement?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Is this a heightened ledge here?
It is, yes, but because of the way it goes down, if you were to jump, you would hit the ceiling.
What if I was like, if there's like a slope, could I like slide down and leap to get over cat?
Make me an athletics check.
You know I'm always willing to make an athletics check,
DC's
especially when there's...
I would say DC isn't as high. Actually, no. I'll say the DC for this athletics check will be 20. Because you're trying to leap over Cat, but she's taking the dodge action and is wary enough of her party being crazy that she would dodge against them as well.
Right. Before I do that, I am going to bonus action. Do I bonus action rage? I think I might bonus action rage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Okay.
Because that will give me advantage on this, I believe.
Okie dokie. So go ahead.
As it's a strength thing.
DC is still 20.
Fucking Christ.
And you do not have your bardic inspiration from earlier, as you took a short rest. So,
Yeah.
Cat,
Yeah.
I will let you decide Romulus's fate here. Do you dodge out of the way, watching Romulus plow into the wall and thus hit the acid, and potentially disturb some very volatile eggs, or do you try and stop him?
Well, obviously, Cat
Okay.
cares very much about Romulus.
Now,
Contested strength.
I would like to suggest a course of action.
This is Cat's decision.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, all right. This is basically one of them where I've said goose to the new person, turn round, or I just see you in the peripheral of like, oh shit, he's coming. Natural reflex, like when you drop something, is try and catch it. I'm literally gonna turn around and try and catch Romulus.
Okay, Romulus,
God
make
help
me a... I'm going to say for the sake of this, because Cat is dodging, make me an attack roll with disadvantage.
She's not, she's catching.
If you... I know. If you
Oh,
beat
okay.
if you beat Cat's AC, then you will take both of you into the drink. If you don't, she will catch you.
To clarify, is this on like one of my weapons with?
This will be with your strength modifier and proficiency, yes. So this is just a regular attack roll versus Cat. You don't need to roll with double, it's just be one of them, so we'll take the left one.
Oh, you said.
Oh, dodge, right, disadvantage, sorry, because she's dodging, yes, sorry. So, total?
It's high.
13.
No,
It was
Okay.
nice knowing you both of you. You go into a pool.
Nope, because Cat's got Mage Armor and Sentinel Ward up, so her AC is 18 at the moment? Or
19.
17?
Oh.
19. So,
19.
as you
Oh,
other...
can we? I'm just imagining a beautiful like I've had the time of my life.
This cat buckles and just crumbles.
It's just a brief moment where I'm just soaring like an angel.
You just see this glorious moment. It's like Romulus is spread eagled, a tear rolling down his thing. Cat, look of pure terror as she knows her impending demise. No
Now,
consent
now.
will well.
And then he just punches straight into this crystal ward and just stops, like the unmovable object that Cat is, and just makes the squeaky glass sound as he slides down and hits the floor.
So I was caught.
I'll say that used up some of your movement.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm going to roll d6s for the eggs that are next to you.
No,
That is my reaction.
this is what I wanted to
No,
put
none of the
forward
eggs.
to you.
None of the eggs went off.
Oh, that's really good, actually. Here's what I want to put forward to you. So, I'm imagining that there was at least a brief moment where I was in Cat's arms, held up for a second, right?
Cat can't hold you up. Sentinel Ward is what stopped you.
Okay, can I climb the Sentinel ward?
I'm going to say make her an acrobatics check with disadvantage, because this is effectively trying to... I don't know what the acrobatics is for this, but it's like when it has the horse that you used to do in gymnastics or whatever.
The vaulting, yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to do that with Cat's magic. You're using
Yeah.
you're using
You
Cat
know
as a
what?
horse.
You know what? You're right. I'm doing stupid things.
I mean,
What I
he is
should
one-
instead do.
She likes apples, I think.
You're right. You're right. Because what I'm doing is ridiculous. Because vaulting it, that makes no sense. Pole vaulting it though, with my vector Corbin extending beneath me.
Okay.
I hope you land on my horn.
You know, you know what? I've said too much bullshit.
I'll say this:
How
if you
much
wish to
movement do I
pole,
have
if you wish to pole vault, you can. We will. If you do so, we will ignore the roll Cat made for keeping you safe, and you'll go straight into the ooze. Because the
Yeah,
trajectory
I'm
would have
good.
been wrong. She stopped you from going in. Pole vaulting would just send you into the wall and into the slime.
Entirely fair. Entirely fair. So what I would like to do is I would like to pull out my vector Corbin.
Okay.
And activate its effect.
Okay. So for the next minute, you must use it.
I must use it, and it's very fucking long. And I'm going to use that to provide Kirv a way out.
Okay, so using it as like a brace, so she can grab onto it and pull herself out.
Brace, or like go like grab on, and then using it to like yeet Kirv out of the ooze. I've still technically got an action, so I want to do something with it, and I think the action I want to take is yeet Kirv out.
Hold
of
it to yeet curve. Understood. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh man, this combat You went from one really dangerous combat to this, and it's just so much better. All right.
Let's not have
Here's where I'm
combats
hoping
now.
to yeet Kirv.
Okay, that's fair. So, activate it. So, Kirv, you watch as this Minotaur runs around the corner, slides down, whacks into his party member's shield, slides down to the ground, gets up, pulls out a weapon, and then you watch as it magically extends to like a fishing rod just over your head.
Grab on. It's time. Let's get that goose.
Oh no.
Well, this seems completely safe, and I grab onto it tightly.
All right.
Yeet.
We'll get to your turn in a moment. First, we got a spider trying to get K off of its back.
Not gonna happen.
K, make me a dexterity saving throw. It's going to try and make an athletics. Ooh. That's a 16. Wait, no, is that the right stat block? No, that was a giant seahorse.
Doesn't
17.
matter.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
What'd you get?
I got
What?
a 19 plus.
Yeah, I got a 17. So, in this moment, as it's trying to kind of buck you off, you're very much trying to avoid any problems. You're otherwise quite happily stuck to the back of this giant spider that's then going to wander off a little bit. Not too far. Wanders off a little bit and kind of reveals a bit more of the caverns ahead. There we go. You can see some of the jade you left behind. You also see numerous spiders in the future area. However, they haven't noticed you. They've just noticed the dancing giant spider that's come into the room with them. As you are currently relatively hidden. Oh, and you also see your minecart that you pushed down the way earlier.
Yeah. It reached its destination. Is there any sign that there's blood near that thing?
You can't tell from
Did
this
something
angle.
get squished?
You can't tell from this angle. You didn't see any blood on the tracks for where you've been so far, but it's hard to tell from here.
I do like how Kay's battle theme for this encounter is the like Shadow of the Colossus music, and for everyone else, it's the fucking Benny Hill theme.
Yeah, it's not far off.
All right. So next in the initiative order, Kirv, you are up. You currently have a Bector Corbin being held over top of you. You said you were going to grab on.
Yeah, I decide this seems seems safe. This guy is not capable of stealing a goose. I grab onto the stick.
I
Okay.
assure you, if I wished to steal a goose, the goose would not know what stole it.
Okay. Romulus, were you raging? I can't remember where you were.
I was raging indeed.
Okay, go ahead and
and-
roll me an athletics with advantage. As you are going to attempt to yeet a curve.
Oh, good God.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh,
You yeet curve and she lands nearby some of the unlit candles, unless you wish to aim anywhere else.
Unless there was a way to sort of like pull the Bector Corbin up and do a genuine like fishing rod type chuck closer this way, then nah.
Do you want to, Curve? Do you want to be closer?
A launch curve at this wolf fight. Okay.
I can
Yep.
take it. I can take it.
All right.
Ah.
So, Curve, in this moment, as Romulus otherwise pulls the Bector Corbin back and tosses it forward, you are swung forward as you are now roaring towards this blight spider.
That's gotta count as some sort of attack, right?
This will be an attack of Curve. So I'll say Curve. You can make an attack if you wish to, and I'll give you advantage because Romulus is helping you, in quotations.
Okay.
I say that mostly because I feel like this should definitely count towards keeping my rage.
That's true. I'll allow it.
Thank you, kind DM.
So can I like almost what I'm being launched down? Am I
Mhm.
able to use my scythe to try and decapitate this spider?
Yeah, go ahead. So
Okay,
make...
and I say keep away from the baby goat.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll. You have advantage. So roll both.
No. When was there a goat?
I'm
That's
so
you.
sorry, cat.
I
That's meant to be cat.
Oh, meant to be cat, the baby goat. Oh no.
so it's Jeff the goose.
No. Maybe
Oh.
Kay was the goose.
Oh, yes.
All along.
Yep, advantage. So go ahead and roll
The
roll
real
both.
goose was inside you. The
Oh,
whole...
well.
So that is 9 plus.
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 Versus a blight spider. It will be
Wait,
plus
what's
to
the-
hit.
Plus the hit. That plus 6.
Yep. So 15 that hits. So
And
go,
plus 4 slashing.
Yep. Okay, so go ahead and roll the 2d6 for your scythe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 8
12
plus
damage.
4, so 10 points of damage.
Wait, what?
Hmm?
6 plus 2 plus 4 is not 10.
No, 12. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Shortchanging your first damage.
Ah, come on.
Yep, you better
What
get
is
used
this
to it now.
sexism this?
Wow! Look, it's 10:15. We usually stop 15 minutes ago. Alright. So, as you
We're
otherwise...
having too much fun.
We are. As you otherwise soar down towards the ground, you swing with... the rest of you watch as this tiefling who's come out of nowhere, is otherwise holding what looks to be this almost twisted metal shaft of a weapon. And as she swings it round, you watch as there's this almost like crow skull on the end, which ruptures into this kind of dark steel scythe. And as she swings down with it, she leaves this huge gash through the portion of the thorax of the blight spider, as blood is spattered across the wall, but it is still up. Okay, so that will be your action.
Oh, I get a bonus action.
Yep, if there's anything you wish to do.
Uh,
Don't think you had any bonus action spells. You had Branding Smite, but that would have had to have been used
Commit.
beforehand.
Crime.
uh,
Do you have a second scythe?
A smaller one.
You're wielding scythes. That's
That was-
Wait.
It's just a reskinned maul, effectively.
That's fair.
can I just ask, Kat? Are you alright?
a look of confusion.
Uh,
Okay. Do you wish to move at all, or do you wish to remain there?
I'll stay here.
Okay. End of your turn, Damian. We will make this the last in the initiative, and then we'll move back to the top and stop for the day.
Can I reach there?
5, 10. Go ahead and roll me an athletics or acrobatics check to bypass Romulus here.
No, yes, that's an athletics, because acrobatics gives you like a negative 2.
Well,
you know.
I will put forward. I have handles from which he can vault.
You land on me, I'll kick you in the acid.
So that is a 13.
13. I'll say easily enough with the whole shenanigans of what Romulus was doing, you slid behind him. Going 5, 10, I'll say 15, 20, 25, and if you wish to go 30 there. I'm going to roll these eggs real quick.
Oh, that's true.
Nothing there. And there's only 2 above you, or are there 3? It's 3. Okay, nothing there either. You've made it there.
The blight spider?
I'll say yes, because it is technically, it's just blocking the path, so I'll allow it.
Cool. I'm going to hit it, and if I hit it, I'm going to divine smite it.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Where would my correct dice for this?
D8. Yeah.
And
And you don't necessarily need to, you just find smite after you see what the roll is. That's a choice you make afterwards, not before.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah.
That's just hopefully hit first. Oh, for God's sake, of course not. It's me.
As you swing down with the mace, as this is all technically happening simultaneously, a curved ball comes out of nowhere, otherwise streaking into place with the scythe that narrowly cuts a few shreds of hair that disappear off and upwards. As the scythe comes down, carving through a portion of the thorax, as she steps back slightly, as you now very narrowly avoided getting hit, but still. Anything else you wish to do?
That's what I'm wondering.
Who'd we lose?
Can I do anything as a bonus action that's going to be of much help?
Harlan, I think.
We lost Harlan.
Uh,
It's fine. I'm still here. Just my tabletop being a
gotcha.
Wazzock.
I can't really do anything as a bonus action obvious other than either shove it or cast Shield of Faith on somebody. Given Kirv and I are the two in combat,
For now.
and Kay's probably just going to be like riding a giant spider around the area.
Actually, I'm taming the spider. This is mine now.
Yeehaw!
Shoving
Ride 'em, cow rat.
I gotta break it in.
shoving the blight spider doesn't do well. So no, I think that probably is my turn.
Don't worry,
Okay.
Kay. I'll help you with breaking the spider in.
Oh, but
You're not breaking my spider.
So, with our party now collected with a new strange companion looking for a goose, and Kay going off on his own adventures with some spiders, that is where we will end the session for tonight. So, thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
bye.
Alright.
You know, the horny plus others is starting to sound more and more